was just weird. Like that one kid was kind of a little obnoxious. But I did take him off the list, so he can't come back on.
What kid?
The one who fucking tried to shortcut every conversation. So, like, we all know that guy. The fallacy conversation guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah,
like you can't just say fallacy. That's not a normal thing you say in conversation. Like you got to at the very least point out how.
Right. That's a fallacy. You lose. Let's move on.
Oh, and then also, like, being fallacious in your reasoning does not necessarily mean being incorrect in your conclusion. Yeah. You can have bad reasoning and still reach the right answer. That's, that happens.
Right. Indeed.
I'd say probably one of the most common is a slippery slope. You may be right. It's not necessarily good, sound, logical reasoning that you reached the answer to by. But that doesn't make you any less right. And you can't just yell fallacy and that doesn't count.
That's a fallacy. I win.
Yeah, that's the other thing you don't do in a lot of conversations. You don't win a lot of conversations.
Right.
Nobody wants to hang out with the guy that's trying to win conversating.
Yeah. If the people just like getting tired of you and never talking to you again, if that's what you mean by winning, the
number of people that are so proud of getting blocked on fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
I think it's funny if you get blocked for being like just you happen to follow the wrong person or something. I think that's hilarious. Sharing like, I'm blocked by this guy. Like I've never even talked to him. I don't know what the fuck this is. But the one where it's like you get each other so angry that one of you blocks the other. I don't think somebody won that.
Yeah.
And I don't think that that's something necessarily to be like, oh, look at this little bitch blocked me. I win.
Check it out. I was so ridiculously over the top obnoxious that they blocked me.
Yeah.
I didn't really make any arguments. That was really fucking annoying, but I win.
Yeah. Oh my god. That whole thing was so funny because he was like Lyman is definitely a filthy leftist. But there's two things Lyman is definitely not. One is an asshole. He's not an asshole. He's a nice guy.
No,
and then number two,
he can have a reasonable discussion. Right.
If he's saying something, he's genuinely believes that, and probably has at least something approaching sound data to like back it up.
Right. He's done research.
Yeah.
He's
actually looked into the things that he believes in and like tested them. And it's just it's one of those things that like I was like, come on, man, you gotta fucking stop. Because like even like Futter was getting in on it. It was just like, Futter, seriously, you're making yourself look so dumb. Stop.
Futter was wasted, dude. Futter had to be fucking.
Oh, he was so fucking drunk.
Shut the fuck up! I'm like, wow, I don't hear Futter going off like telling people just to shut the fuck up that often.
Well, then that became the fucking.
And he did it a lot.
The fucking tagline of the evening after that. Like, everybody was just telling each other to shut the fuck up, and I'm like, that's not very nice.
I also missed a lot of it because, for one thing, I had no interest in the conversation, and I didn't know enough about it. So, like, I was taking very long breaks.
I was not particularly interested in the conversation. I do understand a lot about the economics and stuff. But
yeah, see, I really don't. I don't know enough.
They weren't having a conversation that was about like the economics. That was like a thin veneer for them to be going back and forth and being like, I'm left wing and I'm right. I'm right wing and I'm right.
Yeah. So it was who? The general? That?
He's still in the Discord. Like I'm not gonna boot him. He wasn't that rude.
No, I know. I'm saying, is that who you're talking about? Because I don't remember. Because I wasn't really.
Yeah, I think it was the general.
That's the only person I can think of besides Lyman and Futter that aren't on.
And he was Futter's buddy.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But like I said, I got nothing really like against the guy. I didn't think he argued very well, and like we weren't really trying to have like a debate night. We were just trying to like fucking chill and have like a conversation.
Yeah, he's not as bad as, say, a clown with, the fecal matter in his name. You know,
Clown with fecal matter in his name.
the guy we booted a while back for starting shit with Satan.
Oh, the trippy poop. Yeah, that guy. Okay. Yeah, I
I thought
mean,
I did not think you were going to fail
I
to
did
get
not
that one.
I did not understand who that was. So you gotta understand, man. Like
You've
here's the
eaten
thing. Like
edibles.
I wish fucking what's his name? Fucking Tonka Saw. I just think of like trucks. I'm like that fucking the kids truck guy.
Hmm.
Tonka Saw. Here's the thing. Like I wish he could have seen. I don't fucking care. Like I just don't hold that grudge for
Yeah.
that long. You know, like I just
Right.
like
Right.
I'm not gonna go actively engage Trippy and try to get him on my stream. I don't really like the way he streams anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but I'm not like
Yeah. Get him
holding this
on.
vicious fucking anger or this thing. I just don't even think
Yeah.
about him. Like
Yeah.
he's not,
No,
not a
he
part of my
annoys
day.
me, but yeah, I don't.
And I hope vice versa. I hope I'm not like a part of his day. You know?
Right. Yeah, I would think not. He's too self-absorbed for that kind
Yeah, I can't see that at all.
of.
But I did go
Oh
back and
god.
watch that stuff on Doc Griffin, and my God, why did they even have Tonka on in the first place? That was so silly.
Mm. Yeah, no, it was awful, dude. We all knew it, dude. I
What
mean,
was it,
who
three
the
and a half
fuck?
hours or something like that? I think
I don't know if Tonka was on that long, but
maybe like 3 hours.
yeah.
It was like 2 or 3 hours, man. It was a pretty substantial chunk of that stream.
You talking about the one that happened just a few days ago or
I
this
don't know,
week?
but like it was like Tonka was on for a while, and then he tried to make Doc Griffin sound like a fucking wannabe or something. But none of the shit
Well,
Doc
no.
Griffin has ever made claim to is like bizarre or like amazing. Oh hey, what's up, Samaj?
Ahoy hoy.
Yeah, like
All
Doc
right,
Griffin's
so
always been
the
like I
one.
was a roadie for this band, or like he's never been like I was the fucking rock star on stage.
Oh, okay. See, the one I'm thinking of is the one that just happened a few days ago, or like
Oh,
last week, which is the one where I guess somebody got doxxed and
that must have been it. But it was at like the end of that because they were complaining about the
oh,
doxing thing for the whole thing, and at the end he started.
okay.
I guess something challenged Tonkasa's ego, and so he took a lot of shots at Doc Griffin and claimed that he was making up all the stuff he talks about. And it's like none of what he talks about is that fucking crazy, over the top, awesome that you would make it up. Like it's just
Right.
not that
Plus,
fucking weird. Like,
projection.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think the best part of that was when Kadent finally kicked him off and was just like, "We're fucking
Yeah.
done."
Yeah, dude. She was. I don't know if you. The next day when they were talking about. Oh my god, she could barely contain her fucking fury at the fact that he even let her on. Because I guess he didn't bother consulting her or didn't really give her any
He even
input.
let Tonkasa on, yeah.
Yeah, because well, I mean, all of us knew what was going to happen, and it's exactly what fucking happened.
You
You know what I mean? And Doc's like, "No, I've had reasonable conversations with him before."
You can't.
Like, really?
So here's
In
the
a
thing:
situation
a lot of
like
the
this?
stuff on live stream, and this is something that I've figured out, like just by listening to people talk and hearing like the backstories and stuff.
Right.
On live stream, Tonkasa is a character at this point. Like he's never going to go on
Right.
live stream and be like who he really is. He's got
Yeah,
this
he's
whole
trapped.
character. So
Yeah, he's kind of trapped by it.
but if you apparently there's a lot of different people who've talked to him off live streams, where it's just
Right.
private conversation, and he's super chillest still, like he was back when he fucking first started out.
Right. You know, that's what's really fucking ironic about it is he'd probably be far better off just being himself
Yeah.
and not being the over the top fucking
Well,
character.
that fad got super fucking popular. I mean, Bloodsport's got
Right.
real fucking big for a while, dude. People were super into it.
Oh yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
it was the way to
Well,
go.
it burned out quickly, but yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it kind of still is. I mean, when people have drama that goes on, it's still a very popular fad.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Drama's always.
It's even going on in like the comic industry right now, like the indie comic scene with Comicsgate and all that. Some people splitting it off, and they're having a back and forth, and it's like blood sports all over again.
Mm-hmm.
People are making accusations here and there, and it's like, oh, it's ridiculous. And so some people are like, yeah, nah, we're not talking about this. Just random drama.
I could not believe they had Tonka on, dude. I was like, I can't believe you're even considering. Like, you're fucking crazy.
On the upside, it sounds like it'll never happen again, and Doc streams will go back to just being chill, relaxed, good streams.
Maybe. I mean, they said no more after the time before that. So, you know what I mean?
Well, I think part of the problem was that Tonka's been calling out Doc for a little while now, and I think he wanted to air out some of his grievances.
Oh, and it's really hard to put... Like, I can understand that. Like, people are just taking shots at you and saying all sorts of fucked up, mean things. Online, and your friends are like, dude, this guy is fucking talking mad trash or whatever. It's like, at a certain point, it does get frustrating to just not respond. Even though you know that's the right answer.
I don't know. If it's someone like Tonka, I think I can... Because it's not like he has the audience he used to have. It's a bunch of... dude, I would love to read that dude's mind when he thinks about how he feels about his fucking autistic, spurgy audience. You know what I mean? Because all it is again, a bunch of autistic fucking spurgs, dude. They're fucking losers. So he's got to be really frustrated with the fact that like he used to have a pretty fucking cool crowd, and now it's these fucking losers. So yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, when it turned out that he's talking all the shit and saying how he's a big tough guy, and when the time finally came to put up or shut up, he just shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And
he did not show up.
He did not show up.
Yeah, that's what I find fascinating. Is like you're still doing the tough guy thing after you bitched out to Andy Worski. Like, how do you fucking even attempt that? Well, I would be so fucking embarrassed and ashamed. I would never fucking show my face in public, and I certainly wouldn't keep the tough guy act up.
Well, if you're doing a character on the internet and you're claiming that's all that you're doing, okay, fine. You're doing a character on the internet. Mm-hmm. You're entertainment. All right, I get that. But when you start calling out like other YouTube, like, look, if you're doing a character, you might as well make other characters like fictional characters or whatever. Don't even use people's real names. Just call it bullshit. But when you're calling out other YouTube channels, you're getting them involved, and they probably don't want to be.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think it helps that Doc seems to be, I don't know if it's incredibly naive or he's just really shitty at reading people. He's too, he gives people way too much benefit of the doubt. I think that's a big part of his, or not problem. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It can be and it cannot be, I guess. But, saying that Andy Worski is a good guy. Like, no, he's really not. He's a fucking scumbag, dude. He's a horrible person. Just because you talk to him. Mm-hmm. Oh, he owes you money too?
I did a bunch of T-shirt designs, and the agreement was I had a friend who needed help, so I said, hey, on your next stream or one of your streams, show my buddy's GoFundMe, and he said, here's a couple T-shirt designs. That was the exchange. Something
he
friendly.
Couldn't even just shill it out. He couldn't shill out the GoFundMe. That's all he had to do.
Nope, the GoFundMe passed. Didn't get a shill. Didn't get funded. Didn't get everything else. I'm like, well, fuck YouTube, man. Now his excuse was, and it might be true, that him and Chris Worski, him and Chris or whatever, I don't know if his name was Worski, but they had a falling out, and Chris is the one who had the designs. He didn't pass them off. That could be true, and that is what Andy said to me. But I mean, he also said he'd help, make things right. Well, that's never happened.
Yeah,
never did.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's why it's hard to believe. And I don't know, man. Chris might be a scumbag too, but I doubt it. Like I said, it's possible. But of those two, if I had to guess, and again, they could both be. That's obviously a possibility. But Chris seems like a decent, and Andy does not.
I mean, maybe like. I could raise a big stink about this whole not getting paid kind of thing, or at least him not living up to his end of the agreement.
Yeah, especially when it's not even about money, dude. It's a fucking shout out, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's okay, but I mean, like, he's been doing so much crazy shit. I don't know if a shout would do anything. First of all, GoFundMe's over and done with, and it's not going to help anyone.
Right. Yeah, I don't think there's any way other than money that he could make it right. You know,
even
again, the
even
shout
then,
out's not helping.
do I even want him to simulate? Like I'll bitch that he still hasn't paid me, but I'm like, I kind of want him to just stay away.
Yeah,
I don't want
something
anything
with
to
it.
do with this guy. He's going
Yeah.
nuts. He's burning his fucking nipple, for Christ's sake. I mean, come
Mhm.
on.
Well,
I think
yeah,
he
so
started
that-
streaming again, like within the last week or two. I think he actually did a few streams recently.
I
I
believe
haven't
so.
listened to him because I don't fucking care that much, but I think he did.
I can believe it.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like Doc's like, no, I've talked to him offline. He was really nice. I think anybody can be nice for periods of time.
Oh yeah, well, you also got to
You know what I
watch
mean?
out for anybody who's in any kind of like anything even remotely similar to being an actor, because they can play the
Right.
role of the nice guy for especially for like a couple of hours just chatting with somebody.
Right.
That's
Right.
not hard to
Yeah,
do.
or narcissists or borderlines, kind of the same thing.
Yeah, but yeah, it's super easy for people to put on that nice guy mask for a couple of
Mm-hmm.
a couple of minutes or a couple of hours or whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Like, fucking Tom Hanks was on one of the talk shows I watch. Kevin Pollak has a talk show. Kevin Pollak, the
Right.
actor, who you've seen in everything, but you don't know offhand most of the time.
Right.
But he came on. He just had a couple of Pabst Blue Ribbons. That's apparently his beer of choice, and was super chill. And hey, you know what? Tom Cruise, maybe he's super chill, but then again, he's also a master actor and could have just played that role for 2 hours.
Yeah.
It's kinda
Yeah.
tough to
Exactly. You never know.
Uh,
I'd guess he's actually a decent dude considering how famous he is. But again,
I bet he's got so much money
never
that
fucking
he
know.
just like fucking is just he's just kind of out of touch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But having that fuck you money, I don't even have to act. I'll fucking be myself.
Well, he has his own
Doesn't fucking
production company.
matter.
You know, I mean, he makes his own movies now at this point. Like he makes art movies. That's what he does.
Right.
So,
Pretty cool.
fucking right on.
Yeah.
It's his own little.
Plus, yeah, the other thing that was bugging me, they have Geek Thulu on it pretty regular, and I don't understand that. I thought everybody knew what a conniving snake Geek Thulu was at this point, but I guess not.
Nah. I was like,
Well,
Thulu was sad.
He is, dude. Like I was listening because I listened to him, like, yeah, I'll be on that long, and I'm just like, you're really fucking dumb. Like your opinions are fucking not close to fully formed. Like you're just a really dumb, sad person, dude. Yeah. It was just like you're fucking. It really seemed like you couldn't form a coherent thought, dude. Which is probably that's why I suspect he's the one. Hey, tell him when you said aim that you finger. Oh, great! I'm a genius. Again, I don't know that that's what happened, but I'm speculating because he's that fucking stupid. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember when Failure was hanging out with Andy for a time there. That was a bit strange.
I remember all these people
Failure's
were so
another
fun
one.
to watch and so cool, and like so relaxed and chill. Before the blood sports, whenever we get down that road of just like old streamers, it's all man. I remember when that guy was so much fun to watch.
We're gonna have to get like an kind of like BC and AD or blood sports after blood sports.
Like I know, like I talked to Failure not too long ago. He came on stream, and he's gonna be coming back one of these days. But it's gonna be when he loses, like he's added his weight loss when he gets to the ideal weight that he wants to be at. So okay, so we're gonna see skinny Failure at some point.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe when he comes back with the weight loss, he'll just do his own thing and not be involved with like the blood sports people. That would be kind of nice.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, Samaj, I'm guessing you actually like him, so I'll keep my mouth shut.
No. Say your opinions about it. It's okay.
Yeah. He seems to be somebody that goes out of his way to appreciate himself to people that he thinks can help him. Mm-hmm. That's kind of my main criticism of him. And kind of like Satan and Satire said in the past, as soon as Satan stopped making videos, stopped doing any of that shit, like Satan thought they were like really good friends. And as soon as Satan stopped doing videos, he hasn't fucking heard from them.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's too bad. Although then again,
So he seems like somebody
Satan is drunk and high a
that
lot, and I don't know that he would necessarily remember if he did something really atrocious or not.
That's a possibility.
Although, I mean, with Satan, you should kind of know
think
what's there. You should know what you're getting. It's not like it's a surprise.
And I think he would still look past that, dude, anyway.
Yeah, oh, probably.
If he thought he could
have to.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the kind of the nicest way I could put it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. All I remember is his original streams were chill, and then the Bloodsport stuff started getting in, and he seemed really shitty for a while, like with all the other people. But
yeah,
I think it's
I don't know. I never found him interesting. Because again, he was friends with a lot of the people that I watched. I would watch his streams, but he just wasn't that interesting.
He would have a lot of people on and just have like a Doc Griffin style stream though.
Right.
Back in the day, and that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
They were fun to watch back in the day. Then they stopped being fun because it started being too much blood sports. At least for me, that's all. I'm just not into the drama stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I just think they're all kind of conniving snakes, dude.
Oh yeah, I don't give a shit. Like I don't give a shit about what celebrities do behind the scenes either. I just want to watch the finished product. I'm not going to be their best friend. They're not coming over to my house for Thanksgiving, so I don't really care if they're conniving or not. If they're entertaining,
right?
You know.
See, and I didn't think he was.
like Tom Cruise. You don't want Tom Cruise coming to your house.
Yeah, he'll fucking. If I ever get into heroin, he'll be in like 2 days.
But he's gonna make a great fucking movie to watch.
That's the thing with Tom Cruise. He's such a fucking creepy guy, but man, I love his movies. With the exception
he's a great actor.
With the exception of The Mummy, that was terrible. He should be ashamed of himself for that movie.
Wait, The Mummy?
Did you not see the Mummy remake?
No.
There's a remake?
Not to watch that.
Yeah.
No, I was like, no, that's Brendan Fraser. Fraser.
No, the new one with Tom Cruise.
No, Tom Cruise made a movie in that world. Yeah.
It's supposed to set up like the dark cinematic universe. It was a series of like the Universal monster movies. I love that idea, making a whole Universal monsters universe.
Oh, he's doing the classic Mummy.
Sort of, except the Mummy's a woman now, and the CG's pretty terrible.
Why? Fucking why?
Don't they know women weren't important enough back then?
They
knew they didn't get mummified.
The Mummy was mostly a sexless thing anyway. It didn't really have anything to do with sex. Being a male or female, it was like he just horrendous fucking like ghost spirit of vengeance. You know,
Yep.
Yeah.
It was
fun, dark kind of creature that really is no longer human.
I don't know. I think The Mummy might have been a little rapey. I'm not sure.
I really enjoyed the Brendan Fraser movie back in the day. It was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Scorpion King got a little crazy, but the movie was pretty good.
And those graphics do not hold up.
It was so cartoonish, dude. Holy fuck!
The funny thing is that the weird thing is that the first movie, the graphics do hold up. So how does that work out?
Yeah, like the sandstorm, the face, and fucking it was pretty badass.
It's still a great movie to watch. You can sit down and watch it now. You would still enjoy yourself.
Oh yeah, I watch the fucking Mummy series every so often. We just go back and watch like old movies and shit that you've seen before. Yeah, Mummy once in a while. It's just fun to put on.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize the Tom Cruise one was supposed to be like the classic Mummy tale.
Yeah, well,
because he has the right look for that.
It's revamped for a modern audience, but I mean, just to make it fresh. But it didn't. It did not work.
Didn't they fucked Frankenstein up that way? Where they tried to make the fucking brooding emo Frankenstein that teenage girls are gonna get hot for.
One that sparkles like the vampires.
He damn near did too.
They tried that with zombies. There was a movie called Warm Bodies.
Oh.
They tried that. It did not work out well.
That's fucking obnoxious. Oh god, fucking teen romance zombies.
Yeah.
Wait, here's one for their teen romance meal. They can start a new character, a new superhero called the Brown Note. And he's the incredibly like effective superhero because he can make anybody just shit themselves. Like he's found the so-called mythical Brown Note. Like he can make the Brown Note happen because of his mutant powers.
It was everybody's resonance frequency that
makes him just shit. Fucking buckets. And the whole teen romance angle is, how hard it is to be the guy that makes everybody poop their pants.
No matter,
he's secretly a dreamy, sparkly vampire in disguise. Teen heartthrob, and everybody looks at him as the pants pooping hero.
How Black Bolt.
I have to have one girl see through the terror. Or see through the farce of it all and be his one true love, and it'll be him and a 16-year-old, and everybody will be like, he's 40. God, that's fucking creepy. People be like, the fucking vampire was fucking 1,000. Yeah.
Oh, but come on now, that's not creepy at all. That's romantic. No,
that was so fucking weird. You sit and watch her sleep and shit. He just occasionally sneak into her room and watch her sleep for a night. And then sneak back out before she woke up. It's oh, that's not okay. At all.
Wait, what was this? Is this still the Mummy movie you're talking about?
No, fucking Twilight. You know how the vampire in Twilight was super old and going after a fucking 13-year-old?
Yeah.
Everybody's super romantic, and he would just hide in her room and watch her sleep at night.
Yeah, those fucking movies. Oh my god.
And then you get
because they came out. They came out when my ex and I were still together, and her daughter was into it, which is fine. She's a fucking, she was a teenager or whatever. But my fucking ex was really fucking into that shit, and made me fucking watch it. And then I was like, Kristen Stewart is a horrible fucking actress, dude. I can't watch this shit. She's like, no. There's this one scene. I'll show it to you. It's really good. And she shows it to me, and I'm like, she's fucking awful. That was fucking terrible. There was a scene where she's trying to convince them. I can't remember what it was, but I was just like, dude, she sucks. If she's not playing herself, she is fucking awful.
Well, and you can't even, give her a co-star that actually can save her acting. Because I think she was also in, what was it, Snow White and the Huntsman? With the guy who plays Thor playing the Huntsman. The movie did okay.
Hemsworth.
Thank you,
Hemsworth. Yeah.
Apparently, people really liked The Woodsman, and so they gave him the spinoff. They gave him his own movie, and got a different actress to play the romance character, and that one did much better. What does that tell you? And also, what's she doing nowadays? She's not really in anything.
No, well, you didn't hear about it, but she was in the Charlie's Angels.
Oh, the Charlie's Angels movie. That's right. Did that come out yet?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a train wreck. Absolute train wreck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just nonsensical. I guess they always are, but I don't know. I like the old one with Barrymore and Lucy Liu and whoever the other chick. Oh, Cameron Diaz. That was decent. Yeah. It was still nonsense, but it was pretty decent.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, it was mindless entertainment, which is fine sometimes.
Yeah,
but this was mindless and just stupid. Apparently,
at least in the in that version of Charlie's Angels, it was still fun to watch. They still made sure the audience had a good time. Who cares if it's silly? Are you having fun? That's what matters. In this one, it was women can do anything. It's even in the fucking trailer.
Mm-hmm.
It's oh god, you're political nonsense.
Yeah, it was SJW fucking feminist nonsense, dude.
Yeah, but you're not even trying. Well, then again, writing in general in films has gone down.
Yeah,
there's
really
so many movies that just take shortcuts that don't fucking make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the problem,
bringing Palpatine back, that kind of...
Oh, there is no saving Star Wars. There's no saving it. At this point, they've gone through so many reshoots, and each time it gets worse and worse and worse. I think the last test screening they had, the audience actually tried to walk out. The Disney staff says, "Oh no, it'll get better. Just get back." No, we want to leave. That's how bad it is.
There's no way.
And they can't do anything.
No way to say.
They've done so many reshoots. They cannot feasibly, financially do another set of reshoots this close to the when the movie's supposed to come out. So they're stuck with it.
It's like a week and a half away, isn't it? Like it's pretty fucking soon.
I think it's like 2 weeks away. I can't remember. Some people are
I
like,
had no interest whatsoever until you told me it was terrible, and now I really fucking want to see it.
Well, if you ever want to see the death of a franchise, this is it.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's a specific noise that goes along with the dying of the franchise.
The audio of this movie is what's going to kill. I don't know.
It's the sound of R2 going.
I don't know. Like I'm gonna go. I'm not looking forward to it, but I am gonna go see it because it's not every day you get to see something as big a failure as this. This is gonna be monumental.
Especially not if failure loses all that weight.
Boo! Boo! Boo!
Although I've been hearing that some people are going to vote with their dollars, and instead of going to go see Star Wars, they're going to go see the Cats movie.
The what movie?
Oh my god!
Cats? It's a movie based on the musical. Have you not seen the trailer for Cats?
I forgot about it. I remember now the fucking creepy ass fucking.
That looks gloriously awful as well, but that could be so bad it's good.
The furry movie. It looks like a fucking furry wet dream. Like,
yeah.
Like there's gonna be dozens of people in the fucking audience, and like every 1 out of 30 is just gonna have like a giant fucking home boner.
I think it's gonna be more than that, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more likely that 1 out of 30 don't have a boner.
I think furries are really fucking low, percentage-wise.
You say that. I don't know. I mean, when you look at movies like Zootopia, which was actually far more popular than people realized it was going to be. We'll see. And I don't know.
People want to fuck the bunny and fuck the fox or whatever.
It could be, but when you look at a movie like Cats, where you have people in like bodysuits that look fuckable, it's gonna do stuff. I think the trailer.
It's weird to be sexually attracted to somebody in a fursuit. Okay, what anybody says. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I don't get it.
It's cool if you're into it. I don't give a shit. Just stop trying to fucking make it sound normal.
Yeah. Admit you're a deviant and fucking go off and do your deviant shit.
I'm not as bad as Satan. Satan just wants to fucking kill them all.
Right. Satan really hates furries.
I'd like to see them. I would like to see the furry community in general root out the fucking pedophilia and the fucking STDs.
That is disturbing.
Right, but I think that's more of a result of the fucking SJW culture infecting it than anything else.
Right.
Because suddenly you can't fucking, you can't talk to this person like that. That's hate, and it's like, but they're fucking spreading AIDS.
Yeah,
they're fucking spreading AIDS intentionally to fucking other people in the furry community. Like, don't you want to get that stopped?
Yeah.
Or like D12 said, maybe they're fucking kids,
Yeah, that's definitely happening.
Of course, then again, at least furries don't have that one fucking chick who's now going after a fucking went after the cosmetologist that wouldn't wax his balls.
Oh, Yanev. Jessica Yanev.
Yeah. Now he's going after fucking doctors.
Yeah. The gynecologist. He's trying to sue the gynecologist that refused to see him. Bigoted gynecologist that won't see him because he doesn't have a vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking...
What is the gynecologist supposed to do? Look at this asshole's balls and be like, I guess you got balls.
Yeah, your balls are healthy. Good job. I don't see any yeast infections or anything. Get the fuck out of my office.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, dude. But again... Well, he's the one that shook down all the cosmetologists and shit. Put some of them out of fucking business. Yeah, that's pretty fucked up, dude.
It wasn't until like earlier today that I found out that Blair White did a stream with him, and she said that all the super chats is going to go to the businesses that Jessica has damaged.
All right.
Oh, nice.
I didn't hear about that, but oh shit! Oh yeah, Blair was not having any of this shit. Just not happening.
Oh, she was fired up, dude.
She was tearing this guy up.
Yeah. Well, he's a con man, dude. That's all he is. He's a fucking degenerate fucking con man.
He's a creepy...
not to mention the shit that he was doing with the underage kids.
Yeah, well that was
before all this shit happened.
Fuck.
I think I love you,
yeah.
A topless pool
dark
party.
wolf.
Like, dude,
me, right here.
Come on.
Not even just that, but the no parents allowed. What the fuck, dude?
Like nothing.
We're gonna have a topless pool party where we're gonna judge bodies or something. Body positivity, no parents allowed.
Yeah, nothing about that is not creepy. Nothing about that is not creepy.
Yeah.
And what was pissing me off, because I saw that because they were in court, and the government has put the judge has put a publication ban on the trial, so you can't report on it.
Well, you guys can't in Canada, but we do the fuck we want over here.
Right.
Well, I mean, you guys could
nobody's gonna.
We just gonna get no information, so we'll nothing to go with. But
yeah, well, I mean,
we'll make it up.
If a judge wanted to, I think they could probably rule over there as well whether or not you should have a publication ban. But the judges are smart enough to say, well, no, I mean, you should be able to report on this. And for some bizarre reason, because it was rare, very rare, like matters of national security are reasons why you'd have a publication ban.
Yeah.
And now you're getting it for anything. It's like, why?
Actually, national security is really the only time you should ever allow a publication ban.
It's like once in a lifetime, and yet we're getting them everywhere. It's not just like the like Jessica Yaniv there or whatever his name is. It's also like
it's Jonathan.
Thank you. It's also like involving like terrorists and such things. It's like, why are all these publication bans coming out? This is ridiculous. This is like once in a lifetime thing, and I'm getting it like every week.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, dude. Because and it's. Like, the leftists should also be condemning this motherfucker. You know what I mean? He's making them look horrible.
Like fucking monsters.
Well, there's going to be like a civil war within the social justice community. Like, know it's coming. Well, because it will be because of this whole trans issue.
They're already starting to fucking eat each other.
Well, as they would.
Fucking what was it? There was some fucking weird black tranny in a wheelchair who did a speech in was it Washington? In Olympia. It's the place where they got that fucking school that what's his name Boyd went to. I can't think of the name of it now.
Evergreen.
Evergreen College. It's the same city Evergreen College went to. And this black tranny who's been in a lot of videos yelling at people, this black wheelchair tranny, was talking about how like even social justice is like fucking fascism or something, or fascistic or whatever.
Was this the one in front of the city council?
Yeah, and it was just babbling like a fucking lunatic, but like amongst the babblings, the mad, insane babblings was like a comment about how even social justice is like
isn't going far enough. Was it that one?
Well, it was something about how like they were like fascists, like the fucking cops. Like basically that they were like patriarchy, essentially, is what he was calling them, but just with different words.
Yeah. Like that person's so fucking extreme that he thinks the other extremists are fucking fascists.
Well, then fuck you guys. Okay, I don't know if you remember, Samaj, if you remember Evergreen, where the school basically got taken hostage by a bunch of students trying to force the white people out of campus for like a day.
Yeah. They had this weird thing, like it was a day of presence where the black people stayed away, and then a day of presence, which was supposed to be like only the people of color, and all the white people.
Well, there was never a day of presence. They just made it up one year and then tried to enforce it, and like just decided that none of the white students were allowed to go to be at school that day.
Yeah, and that's what, if you guys are familiar with Brett Weinstein, no, So I'm going to teach my class.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit there. But yeah, the one teacher kept wanting to teach his class.
Who's
But
pretty
they
fucking
invited
far left
the
too, by
lady
the way.
who fucking started that whole problem. They invited her back to give like a fucking speech.
Yeah, no, they haven't learned it. The guy that's in charge, George Bridges, the president of
Yeah, who was held hostage? Like he wasn't even allowed to leave except to go to the bathroom, and then he had to have an escort of like fucking like these weird militant black students.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and dude, he still lets these motherfuckers cuck him, dude. He might be the biggest cuck on the planet. It's fucking weird. Yeah, how he just
like they actually invited the lady that ran all that shit that started that whole fucking insanity back to fucking give a speech. I thought that was classic.
I remember seeing the video of that, and it looked like a hostage negotiation. It was just intensely uncomfortable, and these kids are they're just laughing and
see, I'd have had the cops in there and had their asses thrown in jail, but fucking
no, it's insane. Like Benjamin Boyce is the student. What the fuck? God damn it, I'm cutting out, aren't I?
Yes, you're cutting out badly.
God damn it, dude. But anyways, he was a student. He was a student there. Like he had just graduated before all the craziness. He does a really good job of covering all that shit. So, if anyone out there is listening, and I know you're not, Benjamin Boyce, like Bravo OICE.
Oh no, Psycho's here, or was? Oh shit, fucking.
But yeah, I find that shit fascinating. So I watch all his fucking videos on it. Like, how did this happen, dude? How did you guys let the inmates run the asylum like this, dude?
Yeah, but it was just to demonstrate that there's beginning to be schisming in that fucking weird lunatic fringe left anyway. So.
Well, one example of like the craziness is going to come up there because I think this is all going to come to a head legally because it's going to be mostly due to the whole trans issue. Because you have what a lot of the research has been done is that a lot of the kids, because I think it's wrong to do this to kids, but they are doing it to some kids who they're trying to transition into girls. And a lot of these studies would show that if you left them alone to develop naturally, they would probably just become gay men.
Right.
So if you find out that in the social justice community, and part of that, or LGBT, that kind of stuff, the gay people, the gay guys, they're going to be like, hold on a second, this trans movement is literally getting rid of all gay men. All right, that's not going to look good because it shows that this movement that they're a part of is actively going against the gay men. So that's going to probably start up the inner war, along with lawsuits. There's going to be obvious lawsuits coming, which will completely erode all trans communities.
Oh yeah.
There won't be a doctor in the country who will perform transition surgery.
Well, I'm wondering, is there going to be a is there going to be a schism in that community when they start really looking into the sports aspects?
I like to think the sports aspect is going to make them smarten up, but who knows?
Because obviously you've got these guys who transition into women, at least legally speaking, not necessarily surgically all the time, going in and just destroying women's sports and getting all these fucking medals and trophies and setting all these world records, and it's like, but that's just a dude.
Yeah, the guys that were basically average to below average when they are now world record setters as women.
Yeah,
but there's no difference between the sexes, guys.
Well, and it's especially heinous in the fighting.
Yeah, the MMA, I could not fucking believe they allowed that to happen. Didn't some bitch got like her orbital bone broken, which what I understand is not an easy thing to do.
Well, and they're getting their eye sockets broken.
That's what the orbital
bone is. That's the orbital bone.
That is? Okay, yeah, because when I hear about that, that's just that is devastating. Like especially for a woman, because for women, their looks are kind of their big selling point. Just to be completely honest, and if you can't, look attractive, it's gonna hinder your.
There's a lot of women that if they weren't pretty, people wouldn't tolerate.
Exactly, and so, I mean, it's gonna hinder their lives going forward. That is ridiculously bad. I think South Park did a great job with their like, and they're getting all this shit for it. And I'm like, well, yeah, but they're not. I mean, it's South Park. They're used to getting the shit for this, but
Yeah, really. It's one of those ones where you got to be like, you realize you turned on the TV and chose to watch South Park, right?
yeah,
yeah. If you don't understand how South Park,
South Park is South Park. Just deal with it.
Yeah, I've never been a big fan of it. Like I don't like hate it, like actively dislike it, but I've never really been a huge fan. But even I know like it's not going to be like fucking Tom and Jerry.
right?
You know, they're going to be fucking. They're going to be getting some offensive fucking language in there.
Yes.
Yeah, they kind of go out of the.
What was that?
They go out of your way. It was my dryer finishing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't have any more like really current event stuff because I just fucking been smoking a ton of weed and playing Halo since it came out on PC. On the 3rd.
I recall. I remember you talking about that.
Oh, it's so fucking beautiful. I still suck ass. Like when I'm playing Halo, I'm losing Halo every time. In the matchmaking, like the verses when you're playing other players instead of just playing through the storyline mode. But it's so much fun.
In some of the later Halo games, I remember coming over to my friends because I didn't have an Xbox, and I come over there and I play. And of course, I suck. But I realized who was killing me because we were playing online, and it was a guy called the Chiropractor. And apparently, every single one of his kills was one of those like we get hit from behind, you know, one of those headshot things. But you know, he jumps on you, rolls, and breaks your back that way.
Oh, like, assassinations! Yeah, he had to have a hack then.
Yeah, it's one of those more difficult ones to pull off. But if you pull it off, like you can, you know, you like crack their back in a certain way. And he got every single kill of his was done that way, and that's why he calls himself the Chiropractor.
He had to have a cheat, dude. That game was rife with cheats.
It could have been
because that's a random thing. It's the function of whether or not you do that particular assassination animation versus different ones. It's like it's random.
I don't know if it's random so much.
There's a couple different ones that if you hold the like attack button, the physical attack button from behind down, depending on some of it can be depending on angle, but most of it's just depending on like which one gets triggered by that particular one time.
Mm-hmm. And that could be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. But
it's like if you're playing a game and it's SWAT and everybody got all headshots. Well, yeah, that's just how SWAT works. That's the whole fucking point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you're playing a regular game of Slayer and somebody got like 30 kills and every single one was a headshot, that dude probably got an aimbot.
That could be.
30 fucking kills, 30 headshots in that game, he's got an aimbot. Most of the time. Or you ran into that rare professional player, which is pretty uncommon.
I mean, that's pretty common on PC games in general, isn't it?
All that like small cheats like aimbots and like damage prevention, I think, are the two main cheats in most games.
Right. I think it's harder to get in consoles than it would be in a computer.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying is because I remember them saying like way back when Star Wars Battlefront came out, like people were like, don't even bother playing it online. Or on PC, I mean. Mm-hmm. Because it's so fucking bad. It's so obvious that everybody's cheating on that. And on the game on the consoles, there was times when you're like, all right, that was a little fucking weird. But, you know, it was pretty fucking rare that you could be like, all right, that dude's cheating.
Well, I had a couple instances on way back in the day on Xbox that were like not just cheating, which is like you'd run into that once in a while, but it wasn't. I mean, it was rife with it, but it wasn't like terrible to play still. But there was this guy in Halo. There's sticky grenades, and if you stick them on somebody, it's like they're gonna die.
Right.
It goes off like it's a definite kill. Mm-hmm. There was a game we played where this dude just couldn't die, and so at the end of the game, the sticky grenades, for whatever reason, the way they coded that particular hack, they were just stuck all over the guy. So he had like 6 unexploded sticky grenades that were just hanging out, fucking on him at the end of the game.
Yeah. Oh, it turns out they're all dead.
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Like, once you've thrown the grenade at that game, it's going off. I don't think there's any way to prevent that. And especially if you get hit with a sticky grenade, I don't think there's any way to take it off and throw it somewhere else.
Yeah. But no, you'd hear about that. Like, on the Battlefront, like, there's a guy, like, he got to be one of the heroes. He was Luke. And then, like, a guy that wasn't even another hero or villain shot him, like, 3 times and he was dead. Like, you know, if you're playing as a hero, you got way amped up health. You're hard to hit because Luke was fast as fuck. The dude just hit him 3 times. And it takes, like, probably a good 20 point-blank shots to kill a hero. So yeah, it's obvious that dude, that motherfucker. Well, and
also the other problem with a lot of online games is lag. Lag can be fucking brutal too.
Yeah, that one bugged me a lot because I would think somebody was cheating because I'm like, dude, I made it around the corner. Oh yeah, probably the fucking.
Yeah, lag. You didn't make it, but they you know, it doesn't show it on your screen.
Yeah.
One of the other ones I thought that was interesting is one. It wasn't a SWAT game. Or no, it was a SWAT game. And literally every time our team spawned, they would be shot in the head immediately.
Jesus, dude.
So, like, it didn't even matter where you were on the map. You just spawned and it was all one guy.
Wow.
So this dude literally got, like, 50 kills. Fucking... I'm sure he got banned because it was so fucking painfully obvious. We were just like, yeah, this guy's obviously got an aimbot and he's cheating.
Yeah.
And he had, I don't know.
Yeah, because even if you're spawn trapping, like, yeah, you're not going to
spawn
fucking
camping.
hitting that.
But you can't spawn camp 4 people, spawn camp 4 people
in 4 spots.
in 4 different spots at the same time. It was just, nobody ever even saw the character move. Even his own team was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, and dude, this is what I don't get. Is that really, like, do you really get any kind of sense of... I don't understand that, dude.
Yeah.
But I guess that's why I don't... You know what I mean? If you're the type of person that's going to cheat, it somehow makes you feel good.
If it's really bad, I'll just quit the game so that they don't have anybody to play with, as far as the way I look at it, but... Quit the match, I should say, not to quit the game. But
yeah. Although I do remember, because I played a lot of Reach, the zombie map on Call of Duty World at War. We're playing one time, and this fucking dude, like, at the beginning of the fucking game, had essentially all the weapons, and he had the monkey. Have you guys played it?
I've seen it, like, on, like, Let's Plays and
well,
stuff.
they have the monkey bombs or whatever, like, throw it, and
because that's the one where you gotta earn money by killing zombies, and then you unlock different weapons and different... Like,
you get to try the mystery box, you gotta open doors with points, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So, in the base room, the dude already has all the weapons and money. So I'm like, he's like, here, I'm looking at
cheating. Nobody would think that.
Wow, you're real. Yeah. I'm like, dude. Like I said, I don't understand. Like, that's kind of like, that's not that bad because it's a co-op. You know, you're all on the same team. So that's not as bad. That's kind of cool, or not cool, but...
Well, I mean, I've quit out on people that I was playing with in Sea of Thieves who were cheating, so... They have the X-ray mod where they could see the chests, so they just go dig out like 6 or 7 chests every time you stopped at an island, and you're like, alright, I can't.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I think even his, like, after the first go-round, I'm like, this isn't any fun, dude. Like, you're just wasting all the zombies. We're not getting any points. We don't have all those weapons. So, peace out, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking doing this. Although I would quit all the fucking time, dude. Anybody pissing me off, like people that would not ever open any of the barriers, like have a shitload of points and would refuse.
But they're hoarding it in order to like keep their own weapons to the top grade or something.
Yes. Yeah, it's something like that. I'll be like, fuck you, I'm quitting. I'm not playing with the dude that, because I'll usually, especially if I have the most points, I'm going to open the most expensive. You know what I mean? Like, that's my mindset. And this
Yeah.
dude was just like, we had already opened it, and we kind of let it go. But then we're like 6, 7 doors, and we're like literally stopped waiting for him to open the door, and he still wouldn't do it. Like sitting there for like 3 minutes, taking the time to message him, hey, open the door. You haven't opened any doors. And still refusing to do it. So I'm like, all right, fuck you, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Well, a lot of
I
games
don't
have like a
understand
report
that.
system for that, and back in the day, Halo had a report system. There's no longer one for the PC version. They finally did install anti-cheat, which has been a big problem with Halo for a long time, not having any kind of
Right.
anti-cheat. But they took away
Yeah,
all
dude.
your ability to report anybody, which is unfortunate.
That's fucking ridiculous, dude. Because that was the best part. Because it essentially also blocks you from playing with them again, right? If you report
It
somebody,
makes you less likely to play with them again.
Mm. Although you could, I know on that one, or you could literally block and report them, and you could block. So which is pretty nice.
But I would at the very least, for like things like you're talking about, just bad sportsmanship, I would think there should be like a report function, so that they can look at the game log and be like, yeah, that guy was kind of a dick, and then give him like a temp ban for like 5 days for being a dick.
Yeah. No, I remember one time we were playing it.
I think League of Legends has that. Like if you quit in the middle of too many games, you just get banned for a while.
Oh, right. Yeah,
like
a lot
Halo.
of
Halo at least has that part, but like it'd be nice if there was, like if you're feeding the enemy, like you're going killing yourself over and over to like fuck your own team over. Like you should get at least a temp ban for a couple days.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think Call of Duty does that too.
Yeah.
The regular, not the zombies, but the regular, versus matches and shit.
Yeah.
If you quit too many times, they'll fucking. It's temporary. Like at first, I think it's like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, when players do shit, like one time I was playing that zombie map, and this one dude's like, all right, I'm gonna go over here, because I got this weapon, I'm gonna rack up some points. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. But he kept doing it round after round after round, and where he was standing was essentially making almost no zombies come to us. And finally, I was like, dude, after a couple rounds, I'm like, dude, you need to come back here. This is fucked up. And he was like, oh, no, all right. And he still wouldn't do it. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to quit. I am the fucking host. I'm going to quit if you don't get the fuck back here. I'm going to end this. And he still wouldn't fucking do it, dude. So I'm like, all right. And I fucking quit the game. And he's like, dude, why'd you do that? I'm like, what the fuck do you mean, why did I do that?
Nobody else
I
got to play
fucking
the game.
told you. Yeah, you're getting all the fucking points. I warned you over a fucking 20-minute period about it, over multiple rounds, what I was going to do if you didn't knock that shit off, and you still fucking did it. That's why I fucking ended the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what really amazed me is he asked why. Why did you do? Like, you're a fucking asshole, dude. That's why.
Yeah.
Sorry, I feel like I'm fucking pulling a trippy, talking too much.
No, I mean, I've done a lot of similar things in Sea of Thieves where you just get in with a bad crew and you're like, this isn't very fun. So you just like leave.
Yeah.
At least in Sea of Thieves, you're not ending anybody else's game. You're just ending your own, inclusion in it. So that's not a bad thing. But
yeah.
And sometimes you just don't feel it, like start off and you're all going to be working together for like the next 3 or 4 hours on whatever. If that team just doesn't appeal to you, man, you better leave now.
Yeah. I mean, the vast majority of people are cool, and they're going to do the teamwork shit.
Oh yeah, I've had so many great games on Sea of Thieves with so many random people that it's just great. But
yeah.
Always exciting, adventure in every game.
Yeah,
but Halo is taking my time up just to fucking reach, and then if for fucking like $20. Oh, League has a feeder ban? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. If you're feeding the enemy like stuff, because I think I got that once, and it was just because I'm really bad at the game. But I guess somebody got mad and reported me. Like I wasn't dying on purpose to help that dude out. I'm just that fucking bad at the game. But the Halo thing, it's the first time it's been on PC. It's like $40 and you get a grand total at the end of it of 6 games. And it's between now and the end of next year, they're going to release all 6 remade for PC. Like all 6 of the Halo games. So they just started with Reach, which is kind of like...
That's like the 4th one, wasn't it?
It's,
I think that was the 4th one.
but like as far as like the timeline of the whole story at large goes, it's the first one.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So Halo Reach happens, and then it's Halo 1. So Halo Reach was a prequel to the first video. So I think Halo 1 is the next one out. And then they're going to go Halo 1, 2, 3, and I forget where ODST falls in. I want to say it's like Halo 1, Halo 2, and I think it's Halo ODST, and then it's like Halo 3 and 4 or something like that, but...
Nah.
Either way, dude, it's going to be cool, because it's kind of a walk down memory lane and checking out all this cool shit.
Yeah, I haven't played Halo in literally decades.
Oh, and it's such a fun game, because it's like wacky alien guns and fun, crazy storylines and shit.
Yeah, my brother loved playing as the aliens with like the thing, energy. Because it was kind of hard to time it, but if you did, they're fucking dead.
Yeah, well, the energy sword is like a one-hit kill, like the rocket launcher. That's a power weapon.
Yeah, and my brother's really fucking good at that shit. So he'd fucking always play as that and fuck people up. Psycho's
dead on. I just want to play Halo 1 with the sniper pistol. I used to be so fucking good with that pistol in Halo 1. God damn, dude. That thing wasn't like a sniper. Because Halo 1, I don't think, had any sort of aim adjust. Wherever the marker is, that's where you're shooting.
Yeah.
Which is
I like rolling around in the Warthog.
Oh, the Warthogs. Oh, yeah. Halo Reach has 3 different kinds of Warthog, though.
Yeah.
That was the fun one on Halo Reach, because you had the missile-launching Warthog, the Gauss rifle Warthog, and then the regular machine gun Warthog.
Yeah.
What about you, Samaj? You a Halo fan?
No, because I never had an Xbox.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
The only time I ever played Halo was when I went to go visit. And that was like, once a week or something like that. So, I mean, I didn't do too much.
You got a little bit of experience playing Halo, yeah, but not
I
very
got a little bit of
experience.
Yeah.
Did you have like a PlayStation or something else? Or GameCube? Or okay, I was going to say. Yeah. Dude, I had so much fucking money back then. Like, I was single and I was, working sales, making a fucking shitload of money. I had all 3, dude. I had the GameCube, I had the fucking PS2, and the Xbox.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to carry that shit around. It was when I lived up in Staff. I would come back down here, to where friends and family live here. I would bring all 3 systems and just fucking hang out at a friend's house and hook it up and play whatever fuck we wanted to play.
Well, then wasn't like the big selling point of the PlayStation that you didn't have to pay like an extra $30 a month, like Xbox made you do to like play online?
Originally,
oh yeah, they start charging now.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. I think there's a few games. Like I think you can play. I think Fortnite you can actually play without the subscription, but there's not many that you can play without the prescription. Jesus Christ.
That is the one thing I have to say about Xbox Online. All the Microsoft games that are coming onto PC, you do not have to pay for Xbox Live so far.
Nice.
So that's kind of a nice deal.
Yeah. No, I wish, dude. My son is into the PlayStation shit, and I fucking hate Sony, dude. They're fucking horrible. My son got hacked, and the dude ran up like $250, almost $300 on his fucking account.
Ooh.
And basically, like, the first time I called, they're like, oh, yeah, I can see that you got hacked. Okay. He's like, all right, what you got to do is, just dispute it through the bank and it'll credit back or whatever. So I do that. And then I call back later, and some other guy was like, no, I don't see anything here that shows that you got hacked. You're going to have to pay that. And, you pay it, and then we'll credit you back. I'm like, really? You think I'm that fucking stupid?
Oh, I fucking love that. Yeah, pay it and we'll pay you back. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, you motherfuckers, dude.
I'm not paying you money I don't owe you, so that you can give me my own money back later.
Yeah. Literally, even after I told him, I'm like, the guy already told me that showed I got hacked. Why are you fucking bullshitting me?
Look,
And then, like, literally, I'm like, I'm going to cancel this and never use Sony again. And they fucking did not give a shit.
Like,
I couldn't believe how
I'm not
bad.
getting you a cheeseburger today so that you can pay me on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
I could not believe it, dude.
That's fucking insane.
Like, the worst customer service ever. It would be different if I hadn't talked to the first guy.
At least the
not
phone
much,
company
not
had
much
a good
different.
excuse when they tried to charge me for somebody that was like trying to bill me. They were like, "Well, it's a long distance phone company. We just pass the charges on. So obviously, after hearing your side of the story, we don't want to fucking we can't take it off your bill because it's not us that's charging you." So it was like, you can just say, I'm not going to pay it, and we'll stop trying to go after you, and they can choose to go after you in court, and obviously that's, you'll have to deal with however that works out. But it won't be on your phone bill anymore. So at least they had a good excuse for that kind of weirdness, but fucking PlayStation knew you'd been hacked. Why did they think you were still going to pay him the fucking money? And they didn't even lose anything.
It was some dude in India, and by the accent, I would say that it was in India. This guy I talked to sounded like States. And
the thing is, it's electronic assets that there's no limit on. Like, they didn't make something when whoever it was.
Yeah, it's not like it was a physical copy.
They didn't make a bunch of physical products to sell. They just sold copies of things they've already made. So, I mean, even if you had the worst case scenario, you were lying, it's still better business just to, like, write it off.
I was fucking amazed. I can't fucking believe this. I can't believe this size treats their customers this fucking horribly, dude. Yeah, I was amazed. Because Microsoft is not great at the customer service, but I never had any issues like that with them. Jesus.
I've had issues like that with GameStop. Like, I went in 10 minutes before close, and the guy chased me out of there, got super fucking upset, instead of, like, just selling me the fucking product I wanted.
Wow. Like, you already knew what you wanted, and
yeah. I needed a memory. I needed a memory thing for the Xbox. It was like a little memory component that you plugged in.
Right.
And I had the money for it, and they had it on the shelf. All they had to do was get it down, hand it to me, and I'd have been out of there before they were closed. But the dude copped an attitude because he's like, "We already have a line. You can't help you." I'm like, "Your store says it's open on the door of it.
Yeah,
it's not my problem."
Yeah, no, I worked in retail for a long.
Guess who actually ran corporate?
Yeah, no, we fucking hated the people that showed up there, but we didn't let that show through to the customer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I worked at Safeway, man. You walk in at the last minute, I fucking hate you, but fair is fair.
Yeah,
I'm gonna serve you. I'm not gonna be an asshole, and I'm not gonna treat you like shit. You did fucking technically get in before the store closed. Buy your shit.
Yeah, or when I worked in the restaurant and then they fucking come in at like 2 minutes till and order some shit off the grill. Because, we would always, like one person each day, we rotate the grill. And if you had to clean the fucking grill, and it was, we'd do it beforehand so we could get the fuck out of there. So it'd be fucking spotless at like fucking 10 till, quarter till or whatever. And yeah, some asshole came in, dude, like 2 minutes till and ordered like fucking burgers and shit. Like, this is a Mexican food restaurant, you fucking asshole.
So now
why are you ordering a burger?
If I want clean, safe, fresh food, to go in like 3 minutes before a restaurant closes and try to get them to make it so they have to actually cook me food.
Yeah, make them have to re-clean everything that they...
Yeah, but they'll have a fresh, clean grill for my burger. They'll have a fresh, clean fryer with fresh oil for my fries.
You could also show up right when they open.
Oh, yeah, but that seems like a lot of work on my part. I'm not that guy. I absolutely will just leave if I'm there like 5 minutes before the store closes, unless I know exactly what I want and I can just walk in and out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there's been a couple times when I've walked into a store, it's like 10 minutes before close. I walk over, grab my thing, walk over, check out, and I'm done before they close.
Yeah.
But if I just want to fucking wander, I'll go wander somewhere else.
Yeah, you don't fucking keep people away from their personal lives, holding them hostage. Yeah. Go in, get your shit.
I need a crowbar for when I'm shopping. hearing you mention that. Because there's times where, like, I see Samaj getting green, but, like, he's not saying anything.
No, I'm here. I'm just.
Oh, okay.
He's just not interested in the conversation.
Yeah, sort of. I'm like, I don't have it. Plus, I'm a little distracted. I'm just trying to do something in the background here.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. I just didn't want to, like, not know if you were trying to talk or not. But...
No. It's fine. It's all good.
We're just lame. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely lame. Totally lame. Boring.
Dumb as hell.
Oh, that could be it too.
Oh no, but the fucking old ladies that just ear rape people at the fucking register. Oh, I want a crowbar for that. Like suddenly you gotta fucking be part of their life story, and it's like, I fucking hated that.
I felt bad for the old people because you know why
they need somebody to talk to. When I worked at the gas station, there were a few people that I would talk to, but some of them were just rude about it.
Right. Yeah,
the
ones that are fucking assholes.
I don't want to spend 10 fucking minutes in line while they have a conversation about their fucking grandkids.
Oh, if there's people
behind the fucking counter.
Yeah, that's fucking It's different when there's a line, dude. That's bullshit.
Yeah,
I
don't gotta wait in line. I'm fine. Because I was at a different GameStop and I just walked right the fuck back out. Because this lady was obviously going to take fucking forever. And she was just trying to, like, draw it out and look at all this. She literally had the guy pulling shit off of shelves and stuff to go make, like, so that she could take a look at it. And was, like, telling him all about her fucking husband's, like, surgery or some shit.
Wow.
And I'm just like, man, if I stay here, I'm going to stab this bitch. So I need to fucking go. Like, I can come back and buy this game later. You know, like, it's still going to... It wasn't a case where if I didn't buy it then, it was going to be sold out in, like, 10 minutes. So I just fucking left. I just walked right the fuck back out the store, because I was so fucking, like, I'm gonna kill this bitch.
Yeah. No, it's different if there's a bunch of people waiting.
I was the only person waiting, and I was not okay with waiting.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah, it's one thing if it's not busy, dude.
Yeah.
If it's busy, people are waiting. I'm going to steer that conversation and getting that person the fuck out. I don't care how lonely they are, dude.
Oh, he tried. Yeah. Oh, he was trying. She was
that's true. Some people just are oblivious, dude. That's true.
Oh, I don't think she was oblivious. I think she just knew how to fucking not let him fucking kick her out. She was too good. She fucking too canny.
Yeah, like pretending like she was gonna actually.
A lot of the stuff she was looking at was super high fucking dollar value, and it was a lot of stuff that the store had bought from other people to sell. So really good profit margin on that, because GameStop will buy shit from you, but they'll pay you virtually nothing. You know, like you might get enough to buy a new game if you sell them 10 old games. So. If she's buying, she was looking at, systems. So she was going to buy, a used video game system or something, so it would have been a pretty decent amount of profit on their part.
Yeah, did she? I wonder if she ended up buying anything. Probably not.
Ultimately, I don't care. I just was like, I'll come back. I have to come back later, because I can't fucking sit in the room with this lady for one more second.
Like, I'm gonna kill this bitch. So either I stay to death, or I go and get it some other time.
Yeah, it was a it was a moment, a teachable moment for myself. Like, you don't have to stay here. You just fucking leave. You're not being paid.
There you go.
Wow, that kills me, man.
I had a moment just the other day where I just wanted to do something really, really inappropriate at that moment, because when I was in this grocery store, and sometimes it was actually grocery store is wrong. It's Walmart, and in the Walmart they'll have those people there who are just advertising for a utility bill, sign up with us and get this amount of stuff. I'm with this utility company. I fucking hate them. They screwed me over on some bills. They've screwed me over here. I pay them. They say I didn't pay them. I was like, I got proof I paid you. It's nothing but headaches. I fucking hate these people.
Oh yeah.
They're just a joke. And so there's this guy. He's a representative. He's got he's trying to get people to come over. So he's doing a silly dance. And he's wearing the fucking t-shirt. And he's got like this smirking smile, and he's just covered in the brand of the company I fucking hate. And I look at him. I'm like, I fucking hate everything about him. Just pisses me off. I just want to walk up right behind him and just fucking like piss on him or something. I don't know.
I like that you want to pee on him.
Well, I think it's because I had to go to the
one
bathroom.
way to go.
I think it's because I had to go to the bathroom. But also, like, I don't want to just up and punch someone. I mean,
You're too Canadian to punch him in the face.
I'm too Canadian to punch him in the face. So I'll step by him and piss on his pants. I don't know.
Oh, dude, that's fucking hilarious. I can just imagine it from his point of view. He's standing out there doing this shitty job, and then some dude just starts peeing on him from the fucking rear.
I feel so sorry for you, but it's like at the same time, fuck the company you work for.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Just pretend I peed on your leg, because I don't want to. It's not your fault that company sucks.
Yeah, you gotta aim higher. You want to get both legs, Oh, how long do you think you could pee on somebody before they would notice? Like, because initially, they may not feel anything because it'll hit, the pants or the shorts or whatever. That's
a good question. I don't know. I would imagine if it's warm, they'll probably notice that right away. I guess stand a bit of a distance and make sure you're at the right angle, and then just let it rip. I don't know.
How long before the pant leg folds in to kind of touch the skin,
And what type of pants are we talking about here? Like a type of blue jeans? This guy was wearing that business pants kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that might not. Oh, it might not penetrate for a little while. I like the dates where I was like, no, it's not a good question. No.
I'm talking about peeing on people here, folks. It's not.
The other question I always wonder: how many bites is in a meal?
Depends on the meal, really.
Right?
Yeah.
Have you ever counted? I don't know how many licks does it take. Never mind.
Oh, you're right. That is how many licks to the center of a Tootsie Pop. I don't
know. I think it's similar to the question of is a taco technically a sandwich?
Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Exactly. See, there you go. What about a hamburger?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's more obvious. I mean, that's a more obvious question. Yeah, hamburgers pretty much are sandwiches.
Tacos. More like a wrap.
Yeah.
Although,
I wouldn't think of a hot dog as a sandwich.
And Psycho in the chat there. No, I didn't actually pee on the guy. I just had violent thoughts about peeing on the guy.
You can pee on someone for a long time in a jacuzzi from Psycho.
I mean, if it was outside and in the frigid cold, I mean, he might actually thank me, but I don't know.
Oh,
well, at first.
Oh, it's so warm.
Wow, that warmed me up. And then 10 minutes later, just frozen solid piss on his leg.
Yeah.
Oh, who's yawning? Am I yawning?
You're yawning. I'll be right back.
I'm
Speaking
super
of piss,
stoned, so that's probably why I'm yawning.
Do you not know if you're yawning or not?
I don't like fucking keep a record. Hey, did you yawn?
That involuntary
that
much attention. Damn.
No, I fucking recognize it every time I yawn. Just like right now. Now I'm gonna be super fucking worried about it. Oh man, I remember this one friend I used to have who's always have to ask, when people be like, "Hey man, how's it going?" He'd be like, "Hey, where'd we meet?" And they'd be like, "Such and such, was I naked or clothed?" It's usually the next question. He'd be like, "I don't remember you." But you clearly remember me, so it was probably a naked drunk o'clock that we met.
I made some kind of impression, apparently. It's probably not good.
Oh, that dude that was a weird one. That guy was super cool, and now is a full-on tranny SJW. So weird. Suddenly he's a woman.
Alaska?
No, this is actually just a friend of mine.
Oh, okay.
Like a guy I used to know who was a hardcore, like just really nice guy, super smart, good grades, big into like film. Who was like making movies and shit with his friends, and when he went to Berkeley, he just fucking turned into the fucking weird tranny SJW. But like,
yeah, was that the one that you said like he invited you?
Yeah. Invited us down.
Wanted you to be freaked out, and like was like wanting you to be upset and offended or something.
Yeah, because we hadn't hung out in a while because like he moved like 3 hours away and was doing school all the time. It's like, well, yeah, dude, that's what happens in life. Fucking sometimes you just don't fucking maintain friendships because it just, they moved on. They're not coming back.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, they can come back later. Who knows?
Well, and prior to that, he and I were not like super good friends before that. Like we'd hang out and go to a party now and again, but we weren't like the best of friends, known each other for 10 years, brothers, or anything like that. We were just casual friends.
Oh.
But that dude was a trip. And then he went the SJW route of like the training thing, but only wearing the dress, not actually like changing anything else or trying to look effeminate at all. Still dating the same girl that he was like dating before he went to fucking Berkeley.
I have there's someone I used to know who recently transitioned, and it makes me nothing but uncomfortable.
If it's a genuine transition, it's really not that uncomfortable.
Well, it is for me because I know this person, and this person has, it definitely has like some nothing quite right up in the head.
Yeah.
This is someone that should be on pills, not going through transitioning. But I know if I say anything, I'm fucking done.
Oh,
yeah, that's the worst. See, that's what I'm saying. You're not talking about a genuine transition.
Like, okay.
You're talking about somebody who clearly shouldn't be transitioning and has other issues. See,
yeah,
because I've got a guy in my, there's like people in my family who like transitions completely genuine. They went through the surgery, they did the whole thing like Blair White style, and then it's just normal. They don't even look remotely the other gender anymore. So it's like
even that I'm not entirely 100% on. But I mean, this person I know, it's like, you clearly need to be on some sort of pills and therapy because you've had trauma and other kinds of stuff. You shouldn't be going through this surgery. And I know what the end result's going to be. And I like personally, I'm like, I feel like
at least a 40% chance.
Like I feel like a goddamn coward because I could have just stepped up. I could have said something. I could have brought this to their attention, and maybe it would change their mind. Maybe it wouldn't have. But I know what's going to happen. This isn't going to fix anything. If anything, things are going to get worse. Once they get worse and everything, I know what's going to happen. They're probably going to try and take their lives.
Yeah.
And that's just why I internally I think about it every now and then, and I feel kind of bad and guilty. It's like, could have said something. The chances are very likely.
Ultimately, it isn't your responsibility, dude.
And ultimately,
I get what you're saying, but especially when it's not 100% clear, what speaking up or not speaking up is doing.
It's also likely like it wouldn't have done a damn thing. They were set in ways,
except ruin the friendship or whatever.
Well, yeah, and they're surrounded by people that's egging them on. I shouldn't say egging them on, but it's like cheering them on, saying, "Oh, you're so stunning and brave," that kind of stuff. It's like that's not very helpful. All right, this person clearly needed to be on meds. This person, it's like I can't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like bipolar medication might be a lot better than fucking hormones, essentially.
If I had spoke out, the whole army of people would have condemned me, and then that would have been it.
Oh, we have a
something
client
like
where I
that
work like
literally
that.
get you.
What's that?
Could something like that literally get you arrested in Canada?
It could. Well, maybe probably not because you're just sort of saying things. I think if it, like misgendering or whatever else, maybe there could have been a thing. But for me, it would have been more of because she's a fellow artist. I guess he is now a fellow artist and has connections to all the various different artist stuff. If the word had gotten out that I had spoken out about this, my art career in Canada and all that stuff, done, absolutely done. I wouldn't be able to go to any conventions. I wouldn't be able to promote myself. I wouldn't be able to do anything. If I start a GoFundMe or anything else, I will be torn apart. No way of making any money at that point. I would have just had to switch careers and become I don't know, a general labor construction person or whatever. Like I don't know. Yeah, that's the other reason. Well, and that's the other reason I didn't say anything because I knew that you can't have a conversation with friends because too many people will get involved. So I don't know. It's something that bothers me.
It's unfortunate, man. That's the point we're at now, you know.
Yeah. Where I work, we have a transgender client who basically is allowed to do whatever the fuck they want versus everybody else, like very blatant special treatment. And it's like, I'm not even sure this person should really be transitioning. Like you're going male to female, but you still sleep with a giant teddy bear that's like bigger than a human in your fucking bed.
Yeah, that's odd.
That's, a lot of very effeminate stuff, and it's just like, I think this is just like emotional issues and psychotic behaviors that are manifesting through this sort of like lens of transgenderism because it's the big thing in all these victim circles that tell you that you're not really mentally ill. It's just that people should be able to do whatever. Like, you should be able to be off your meds and fucking everything. You just have to tolerate like your insanity.
Well, it's going to cause more problems. It's going to cause more problems in the future because what's going to end up happening is if someone transitions, no one's going to hire you because they know it's going to require all this special treatment.
Yep. Suicide is also a huge issue, and
exactly. And so, if you're constantly walking on eggshells, why would they ever hire a transition person?
There's generally like no real positive to that. There's no uptick.
No, it's the same thing. Where
the military refusing to take people on for that, I totally did. It's like, dude, you're never going to be able to actually like do your military duties. You're going to spend, we're going to spend a ridiculous amount of money paying for your reassignment shit, and then you're going to be basically, fulfilled your obligation, and you're never going to do anything.
And then their medications for the rest of their life, their medical treatment, everything is going to be through the VA, so we're paying for it forever.
Yeah.
If they don't, unless they get dishonorably discharged. So if they do at least 4 years, they basically are set with medical treatments here for life, which would include hormone therapy for the rest of their life, which is super expensive over time.
Yeah. And so, I mean, at that point, you're basically paying somebody to train.
Yeah, which if they want to figure out a way to have the government pay for transitioning, find a way to do that legally through the Senate. Don't just find ways to like sneak around it by using like military law and stuff. That's gross.
Yeah. Fuck bullcrap.
Because I'm not against subsidizing somebody who's genuinely transgender. Like, I can understand if it's a case where like that really will make that person's life, like a night and day difference in their life. Then fucking I can understand wanting that to be subsidized by the government for the people that can't afford it, like just as a general rule. But it's, the way people look at it now, it wouldn't be a good thing to have the government pay for it. But
there's essentially no return on investment.
And the people who actually need transition surgery are so few. Right, like right now, there are people doing this kind of stuff because it's fashionable and trendy, or they're being misdiagnosed.
Yeah, being drive through.
And so this is not like it's not that big a thing. There's really it's like maybe like 1 in 1,000, maybe, if that's even an accurate statistic. It's not that many.
Well, and then there's a lot of people who want to transition
It's
and
like
have like gender
0.3%.
dysphoria who can be helped with therapy, where they can all be resolved with therapy and stuff like that, and going to like support groups.
Yeah.
You know, and not end up transitioning at all. Like,
Yeah. Well, and this is stuff that like people need to find these alternate solutions because, like I said before, eventually these families are going to start suing. They're going to sue doctors and they're going to sue legislators. They're going to make it so that you can't do this anymore.
yeah, it'll
And
be
then,
interesting to see what happens. I don't know.
well, I mean, you bring the kids involved into all this. Like, there's that one, what's his name? That kid and his father, James. You remember him when the mother was?
Oh, the one that took him to court, tried to take the court to stop the transitioning.
Exactly. Yeah.
That has been
Yeah.
stopped, by the way.
It has? Okay. I didn't do a follow up. I just remembered it in this
So
conversation.
there was a judge who basically okayed it, and then another judge put a stay until they can like resolve some other things. And it looks like essentially because eventually another judge got involved and was like, no, you can't just make arbitrary medical decisions for the kid, one person. It has to be both you together. So as long as he doesn't agree to the medical stuff, they can't transition the kid medically.
That makes sense, dude. They really should have to have agreement of both parents.
And
for
then
that kind
wasn't
of
it
shit.
like his stepmom? It's not even his real mom.
No, not his biological mom at all. Well, I think.
Holy shit! Really?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
'cause
he's
the mother
adopted.
actually-
That's right. He's adopted.
Oh, okay.
Well, I
Still.
don't know if it was he was adopted. I think it was that she couldn't have kids, and so they got a surrogate to have the kid for them. So it's him and another woman's egg,
Yeah.
and then so it's like
Okay,
that.
so
It's
it could be a
more
surrogate too. That makes sense. That's possible. Either way,
Yeah,
it's
so it's
not
like-
her blood relative, and I don't know why she was given like partial custody at all if she's not actually related by blood to the kid.
Well, that's part of the problem with like with the fact we give like the females or the mothers custody of kids majority of the time.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be a crazy every now and then, and when you look at like.
I really want to see that be
Every
based
now and then.
on financial ability to care for the child, where like that's the person who gets main custody, priority custody.
Well, like if you look,
they can make the decisions. They're the ones that can afford to have the kid. It doesn't matter if it's the mom or the dad. It's whichever one has the most money to afford it.
well, and you should just be able to look at the results and like the demographics and numbers. Like out of the parents who are most likely to kill their own child, it's always the mothers. And that's because we give the predominant custody to the mothers. It could be the other way around. Maybe men do more damage, but we don't know. We don't let the fathers have their kids.
I've never seen
Mhm.
anybody as undisciplined as a single mother child, and not all single mothers, obviously. Hashtag not all.
Not all.
But I've
Hashtag
never
almost
seen
all.
a single father, somebody who's just got like one dad, like be as undisciplined as somebody who's like a single mom.
Yeah, fucking
As far
A,
as that
dude.
goes. Like that's just one of those things I've never seen. Could be out there. Entirely possible, but it's pretty rare that the mom is as disciplined or disciplines enough. But not
Yeah,
impossible.
mothers,
Some
women in
people-
general, mothers in general are way too lax with their kids. They don't lay down the law, dude. When it has to be laid down.
Well,
And it
not only that, I
does.
mean, mothers are more likely to like. Let's say you say, "Here's put down some ground rules," and they'll give you like 20,000 different ground rules for the kids. And the kids aren't going to remember any of those.
Yeah. Well, because they want to make it into like a discussion where you're gonna fucking make a bargain. And it's like sometimes you just don't bargain with kids.
Yeah, sometimes you just say, this is how it is, and we're not talking about this.
Yeah.
You don't get to fucking negotiate
Like, oh,
this
fucking, what
fucking
was it?
situation.
I had a coworker who was a single mom who was negotiating with her kid over bedtime every night for like an hour.
No, Jesus, dude. Yeah.
God, I just was like, why?
hmm No, I would sit there with my ex, like when kids would call at their friend's house and they wanted to spend the night or, whatever. And my ex would fucking sit there and like argue with him about it, for like fucking like 5, 10, 15 minutes. And finally, I'm like, dude, you can't be doing this anymore. This is it. So I literally sat those kids down, dude, and I was like, look, man, if something like that comes up, and she says no, you can raise one objection, one fucking counter argument or whatever. After that, that's it. You're done.
Yep.
And fucking yeah. And if they didn't, and I fucking heard about it, or if I was there, I'm like, I would grab the phone. I'm like, give me the phone. All right, get home. You're now getting spanked when you get home.
Yep, exactly.
You know the fucking rules. I laid them out for you ahead of time, and you are breaking them.
100%. What is the psycho says? Children of terrorists don't negotiate.
Right. Never negotiate with terrorists.
I like that.
But yeah, see, this was the problem with the kids didn't really learn anything, or like didn't really change behavior other than they knew they had to behave when I was there. If I was at work or wherever else, but just not there, they would still do the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it didn't really fucking matter, other than I didn't have to deal with it and I can see it.
Yep.
Because they didn't fuck with me because they knew if I said I was going to do something, I was going to fucking do it.
Oh yeah, if you tell your kid like, hey, you know what? You broke this rule and now you get a spanking, you got to spank that kid.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, like, they were so used to dealing with their mom who would fucking, let them get away with this shit. Yeah, like one time, like her son was basically, I was like, all right, I'm giving you the count of 3. If you're not down and getting in bed, I'm going to spank you. And he still waited until like about 2 seconds after the count of 3. I still fucking spanked his ass.
Yep. I'm not playing that game.
Yeah, because I would totally let him do that.
Can't do that.
And you know what happened the next time I counted to 3?
He was in by 1.
You're right.
Although there's reverse of that sometimes. I had a babysitter.
You had a babysitter?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You were saying?
I had a babysitter once that wouldn't let me go out of the room to go to the bathroom because it was too late at night, in her opinion. And it's like I just gotta pee. Like, let me go to the bathroom. She wouldn't do it, so I just eventually stood out in the hall and pissed straight down it, right in the middle of the fucking carpet. And I was like, I'm not gonna make my room smell like piss. Fuck off.
Right. Go ahead and tell my parents what happened.
Yeah, she didn't come back. Another babysitter that never came back. This one was pure evil on me and my brother's part. We were having a water ward. We weren't particularly happy about having a babysitter because we were both in we thought we were old enough to not have a babysitter, that's for sure. So we filled our super soakers with fucking ginger ale instead of water because that was funnier to us. And just hosed this fucker in his car in the house all down with soda pop.
She's a sticky fucking dude.
He didn't come back.
Shocking.
Psycho's falling up here. He's on fire. Children lack discipline. They need bullies. I can agree with that to a certain extent. You kind of do need that experience, man. And then Samaj would have pissed on her. Would have pissed on the babysitter.
Would have show my dominance.
No, he would have thought about pissing on her.
Oh, no.
He would have seriously considered it.
Oh, that's hard.
Well, when it comes to women, it wouldn't be the first woman I pissed on.
Oh, man. Oh, by the way, that furry apocalypse thing you posted, I've seen that. That shit is one of my favorite series. Like, it's only 2 little parts, but...
Flash Kids, I love their shit. That's so good.
The fucking guy getting pulled up to the fucking giant furry's balls. Avenge me! Avenge me!
Avenge me, brother! Avenge me! Oh.
God damn, that's when you want a suicide pill.
I think the only suicide pills they got are grenades. The best kind of suicide pill.
Shit.
Can you imagine how, like... Because fucking is sweat. Like, you sweat a lot when you fuck. Especially if you're a fat piece of shit. But, like, just in general. Do you wonder, like, the smell of those fursuits?
Oh,
and the texture as they get, like, soaked with sweat?
Well, if you're good at engineering, you've at least put in a fan or something.
This is like two furries fucking, like a fan connected to each furry's tail, like blowing air in there. Oh man, but even around like the fucking genitalia, you're gonna have a lot of like moisture and oozing fucking fluids. It's gonna be all weird and slippery and like musty smelling and gross.
Jesus Christ, Stabby. What the fuck do you think about this shit, dude?
I just, like, nobody wants to sleep on the wet spot of the bed. Like, most people put down at the very least like a towel or two or something like that, But, like, the fursuit is basically like making the wet spot of the bed and then wrapping it around your body. Like...
So have you seen how well the fucking Niners did? Pretty surprising. They were a really bad team. What's the opposite of furries and their fucking stanky ass genitalia suits? Let's talk about that.
Nudists?
Nudists are trippy.
Nudists?
Those people are hilarious. I think I posted it a while back, but I finally found that fucking... It was like a series on another video streaming service, like not YouTube, but one of their competitors. And it's this lady who did like topless videos with her dad and like pro-nudism stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember you talking about that shit.
Yeah, nudists are
fucking
awesome.
Creepy.
That's pretty creepy.
Like,
I would love to know what the motivation was. Like, is she just deliberately creeping out her dad? Fuck with him, or
I don't know.
Is this like
way,
just some,
it was nothing good? I'm fairly certain.
Or is it like some like really intense game of chicken? It's like, are you?
All right, I'm gonna stream naked, Dad. Go ahead and you're gonna let me. Really, we're going through this. All right, here we go.
It's like, are you honestly gonna call me out on this, Dad? Like, fuck you, Dad.
Yeah, dude. I was just thinking, dude. That was my. There's no fucking way I'm sitting on stream with you naked.
Well, thankfully the fucking bottoms were on.
Even topless, though, dude. That's
fucking weird, right? Real weird.
Yeah, dude. Of course, dude. It's fucking creepy.
Well, why is it that the other
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. I'm wondering what her motivation was for doing that, dude. Was it to fuck with them, or was it like, did they have some creepy incestual relationship? Whatever it was, it's highly unlikely
was
that was anything.
Was advocating nudism.
Right.
It's natural. Everybody should be comfortable, and everybody should be naked and all the time, and blah 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 blah. But why?
How comfortable did her dad look?
Yeah, her dad did not look comfortable. But why is it that the only two kind of people that fucking advocate nudism are like creepy people like her, or people that want to do naked sports? Because whenever people like talk about nudism, there's always like naked volleyball, naked baseball, naked fucking soccer, naked, like everything is naked.
Yeah, let's run around and have our fucking cocks flapping everywhere. It's fucking awesome.
It's like, why can't you
Very
be like,
empowering.
and let's all get naked and hang out and fucking chill at the pool.
Yeah, let's go in the pool where we can pretend not to see each other.
Or just like fucking have people like hanging out by the pool and not like playing some heavy sport.
Yeah.
I don't want to play baseball with fucking no pants on, no cup.
Yeah.
Fuck all y'all. Yeah. I've been hitting the cup a couple times when I played baseball when I was a little kid, man. I'm not taking that chance as an adult.
Yeah. Even with the cup, they can fuck you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, like
It
I
hurts.
played catcher, dude.
Oh, yeah,
Even
they're
with all
drilling
that
him into the
equipment,
catcher.
dude.
They're throwing that ball as hard as
You
they
know?
can.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible, dude. It's like literally it made me nauseous, dude.
But you
Yeah,
give up
even when I
this
played the
last minute.
outfield, like outfielders don't cup. Fuck you, I'm still not taking the fucking chance.
Oh, I still wore a cup, yeah, if I was outfield.
Mm. Yeah, like I said, most don't. Infielders and catcher, pitcher, and all that. But yeah, usually most outfielders did.
Man, it's
Not
such
me.
it's such an unobtrusive piece of equipment too, you know? Like it does like after, the first couple times you wear it, you gotta get used to it and you're fine, no big deal. It doesn't get in the way. I mean, as long as you're getting a correctly fitted cup.
Indeed. Operation Divert Stabby from Furries was a success.
Yay!
Well, Psycho in the chat was like, news are furries in a different way. Yeah, we call those perverts. Just that's the general
Yeah, what if
umbrella.
your fursuit makes you look naked furry? Is that like more degenerate than like a regular furry?
You mean like that movie Cats?
Well, like legit, like it has like nipples and like a penis or something, like on the fursuit.
I wish I could still get mushrooms and watch that Cats movie.
That Cats movie on
That would
shrooms
be fucking great.
I don't know.
I'm gonna pirate all that shit and watch it high as balls.
It sounds to me like this is going to be the worst holiday movie season of all time. You have Star Wars, which is going to be a train wreck, an absolute train wreck. And you have Cats, it's going to be nightmare fuel. Like, what else is showing? Give me something.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me there's at least a Die Hard movie.
What is coming out over the fucking holiday? Yeah.
Joker movie.
Like, I guess Joker does come out on DVD. I guess I could just stay home, but that's not going to happen. I'm going to go out and see Star Wars.
Yeah, I cannot believe how little interest I have in watching a fucking Star Wars movie. If you told me that a few years ago, I would have said, you're fucking crazy. There's no way I'm not going to be into watching Star Wars.
Oh, man, they really shit the bed on this one.
Yeah.
So there's Star Wars, The Aeronauts, which is Felicity Jones and Eddie Redmayne star as a pilot and weather scientist who fly perilously high in a hot air balloon. And then, of course, it's like a romantic comedy thing.
High in the air or high on drugs?
It's just in the air, and it shows them like hanging off the basket. Like one person started to fall out of the hot air balloon, and then the other person had to save them. And it's like, how the fuck do you fall out of that basket? It's like fucking up to your chest, you dumb fuck.
Yeah, no shit.
Let that fucker drop. Save the world a little bit more.
Well, because the story called for it.
Then there's Bombshell, which is a bunch of blonde women who do business or something. Yay!
Sounds empowering.
Oh, it's about the Fox News Roger Ailes scandal. That sounds great. Four Little Women.
I mean, that high thing, dude.
So they're actually making a Little Women movie that's going to be out on Christmas.
Have you ever seen? This is only tangentially related to the hot air. I've always wanted to. Have you ever seen the guys that like jump off the mountain and they have those glider suits?
Yeah, the wingsuits. I was
dude, that looks like so much fucking fun. Because it essentially it's going to feel like you're fucking flying, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it looks like, I'm sure it's fucking insane.
Yeah, I desperately want to do that before I die. And that'd probably be when I die.
Yeah.
But dude, seeing him like skim so close to like the side of a fucking mountain and shit, dude, I'm like, that is fucking badass. Incredibly dangerous, but also badass. Maybe because of it.
Maybe you can go down like some hills or something.
Yeah, just take a toboggan. It's the same thing.
There you go.
I remember there was like this big hill when I was a kid at the school I would go to, and on those really windy days, you grab your jacket and you try to do something like that. I like that's what it reminds me of. I wish I had a fucking.
Sorry.
Yeah.
The 10th movie on the list of movies that are going to be out for Christmas this year is Black Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
It's a remake of a 1974 film. Comes out on Friday the 13th. And it's a slasher about a bunch of sorority women who fight back after their sisters are killed by a stalker.
That's feminism written all over it.
And then the Jumanji sequel, the one with The Rock, not the actual Jumanji. That weird video game version. And then like there's a cartoon, a mafia movie, and a war movie. So nothing really great coming out. Plus the Star Wars you guys talked about. And this list doesn't mention the.
Well, that Jumanji movie sounds good. I haven't even seen the other remake.
The other one wasn't terrible, but they just shouldn't have called it Jumanji. You know, it was only very vaguely related. It was just kind of like its own little movie. And this one is probably just fine. It's just I don't understand why it had to be called Jumanji because it doesn't make sense. But whatever. It has The Rock. I'll watch a pirated version. Uh-oh, somebody's clicking.
Sorry, that's me. My fucking... I have a kitten, and he's tearing up stuff. I'm using his can of air to chase him around.
Throw him over your head. Throw him over your head a minute each time.
I have to get the camera on first, and I gotta start twitching. And plus, I'm not hot enough.
Oh, Psycho's calling Daytwa a furry. Daytwa wants a squirrel suit. Furry confirmed. And then Psycho says, Black Christmas, where dad is in jail for trading presents for crack.
It's a spin-off of that one Friday movie where that dude was dressed as Santa.
Oh, there you go. Oh, man.
Did I say something that sounded like did I miss something?
Maybe.
No, but apparently you're a furry, which I did not know, Daytwa.
It's news to me too, man. Pretty fucking shocking. It's always the person you least suspect.
Oh, here's a question I ask people in VR. So I don't know. I'll have to give you a little other information. So VR chat, 90% of it is just your normal, like, go around and chat with people bullshit kind of thing. And then there's, like, the ERP rooms where people go to privately, like, pretend to have sex with each other in virtual reality, which is just kind of sad. So here's the question.
I think it's hilarious.
Would you rather be caught doing ERP, like by your mom or whatever walking in on you kind of thing, or masturbating?
Ooh. I think ERP, because at least I can be like, hey, at least I'm interacting with. No. I think I'd rather get ERP.
The ERP.
Because at least I'm interacting with someone else, even if it's.
Even if it's a 12-year-old boy from Kansas that you didn't realize wasn't really a girl.
Oh shit.
That's a trap. That's a trap of a kind.
VR chat don't trust anybody who says they're a girl.
Yeah, it's too
Psychos is both. Psychos is both. Both. I want nothing to do with either of those. Oh man. Well, like I know I'll never get caught doing the ERP because that's just not appealing at all. I just cannot. Oh, yeah, that would be the weirdest thing. Weird. That'd be so sad. Psychos is fuck it, do it live, VRP while masturbating. Yeah, they call it erotic roleplay, and it's just like, it's pretend fucking.
I remember hearing about that in the World of Warcraft.
Oh, yeah, that's where I think it started, right? Wasn't that the first ERP community?
I
they would
think
just type dirty things at each other?
There was one of my favorite stories I ever heard was when these two elf characters, night elf characters, and you know how I don't know if you guys play Warcraft, but you can take a train
Yeah.
from the human city all the way to the dwarf city. And what these two did is they go off like somewhere in the middle throughout the in the tunnels, and they decided to get naked and they started talking back and forth and doing all that erotic chat and whatever. Well, a guy who played a little gnome character saw this, went to go check it out, and then tried to join in. And then it was like, oh baby, I love it when you do this and that, and, and then you'd be like, Tiefly gets undressed and hops on top of his face. It says something weird like that, and then they try to ignore him, and then the guy just keeps going with it, and they're like, dude, fuck off. And then he goes, he becomes like a tree,
gnome guy is a
and I
hero.
watch from a distance. Caw, caw.
Shit. I got to take.
He's got to break up at the very end of whatever he's taking. Oh, I'm sure Warcraft ERP has got some fucking funny stories in it, though.
Man, if they could like add VR chat into or like the VR experience into World of Warcraft, that would be pretty awesome. I'd totally go for it. But they have to really
I'd start playing the game then. Fuck yeah.
But they have to fucking update every single model because my god, some things did not age well. I know they updated the face models on all the characters, but it's still not like there. You know, most of the game you're not going to be looking at the characters' faces, so you can get away with a lot. But yeah, it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
Yeah, that was one of those games I chose to avoid because I had a feeling if I didn't, I'd end up like locked in it forever and ever.
Like the very first character I created, I looked at him like, man, all the human faces are fucking ugly. So I named my very first character Eyesore. He's a fucking eyesore to look at.
There you go.
I always ask him like, where do I get fucking helmet armor? I want to wear something. See all these guys wearing these cool helmets. I want a helmet. Little did I know you don't get those to wear.
Oh no.
Fuck cat.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember. What is it? It started with an E. It was like the one before Warcraft, the World of Warcraft.
StarCraft?
No, it was
EverQuest.
EverQuest. I lost friends to that game. So when World of Warcraft came out, I was like, I can't play this because if I do, I know I'll do what they did. Like I saw all my friends just fucking fall into those games and just never come back out, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. So, but if they made it virtual reality, I fucking never leave.
Vanilla Warcraft is out there right now, and I have this female friend, and I am literally listening as they're breaking up because of World of Warcraft.
Oh no!
Because her boyfriend is doing nothing but playing World of Warcraft.
See, exactly.
It's gotten to the point where he's coming up with these fake medical excuses, like he has to go to the doctor for so and so. He just so happens he can't find his medical card to get the coverage. And oops, where is it gone? It is such a mystery. And it's like they haven't had sex in like 3 months, and she's getting desperate at this point, and he just will not tear himself away from World of Warcraft. And I'm listening to this
California,
like,
I'll take care of her.
What?
So I'll take care of her. Send her to my place.
Yeah. Well, I like it. Come on over. I'll take care of it. It's been a while for me
So
too.
look, just fuck her and then move. You know, like she gets what she needs, and he can keep playing his World of Warcraft.
Well,
offer your services. Be like, I'll stand in.
Like I can't do that, but nor would I ever do that. And I know she wouldn't either. But at the same time, I'm listening to you like, sweetheart, your relationship is literally over and you don't realize it. Like, I haven't said that to her, but I'm like, your relationship's done.
Oh,
He
that's
doesn't
really
care.
sad when you're talking to somebody and you can tell like they're definitely gonna have to like break up or get broken up with. Like you know it's coming, but they don't. Oh,
Well, I
that's
think
always so sad.
I think she's aware, but she doesn't want to believe it because she actually cares about the guy. I'm like, I get that, but God damn,
Yeah,
just
but there
look at
comes a
it.
time when you got to decide if that guy's just gonna fucking waste away his life. I mean, if she really wants to make it a thing, just fucking, she needs to play the game with him. You know what I mean? Like that'd be the only way to fucking change that dynamic.
I mean, maybe, but unfortunately, like,
But that's not a healthy way to live your life of just playing the game and not actually fucking doing anything else with your life, though.
yeah, you have to have other goals. Like, I get it. Like, I love me some World of Warcraft, but I ain't gonna get any work done if I play it. So,
Well, it's one of
it'll
those
be
things
fun.
where, like, if it's that big of a thing for you, make a day a week or so that you get to go play your game. But then you also got to make time for your fucking, you know, your family and your friends and your girlfriend and to go out and fucking have a career and stuff too. You know, you can't just, you know, do nothing but play Warcraft. I don't know. Maybe you can make money off of it still. Who knows?
Make money off World of Warcraft? Well,
I don't know. I know that there was a lot of like that video game like selling items and stuff, and a lot of my friends sold items for various different video games for money. So
yeah. I mean, maybe something can happen.
yeah, it was never substantial enough to like pay for the game, but they'd make like $5-6 in there.
Well, I mean, Blizzard's doing the stupid thing. They're not advertising it very well. I mean, this has got to be the biggest moneymaker they got right now. It's like so many people are coming back to play it. There's very like next to no ads. I mean, every time an expansion comes out, there's like if you can go to see a movie, there'll be an ad for World of Warcraft. But now Vanilla's back and it's this big hit, but there's not a single commercial or ad or nothing. You want to see commercials, you have to go to their YouTube page to see them. It's sad. It's sad, and I don't know. It could be a global thing all over again, but I don't know. Blizzard ain't doing it. Remember?
I genuinely wonder why they haven't made a VR RPG, like massive multiplayer virtual reality RPG game.
Well, there probably is
so many letters in the acronym.
Yeah, I think they are developing something, or someone is, but I think it's a little hard to polish up.
Yeah, I'm just surprised that it hasn't come out because you don't even have to make it super good graphics. You can make it super cartoony and save a lot of time. But a lot of people would play that game, man.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if South Park comes out with a VR game. You know, one of the guys who created Rick and Morty, he has a VR studio and he makes a bunch of ones. There was one he made called Trover Saves the Universe.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and it's got a lot of that Rick and Morty kind of humor to it. You could just sit down and just watch Let's Plays and just laugh at it. It's pretty good. Yeah. It's actually, oddly enough, it's coming out for the Switch. So, which sort of defeats.
Yeah, Justin Roiland is a fucking maniac, dude. He's fucking hilarious. I love it.
Oh yeah.
I think he did like an augmented reality.
Yeah, he has a studio. He makes those games. He made like the Rick and Morty VR game. Trover Saves the Universe is his baby. So there's even an ad for Trover Saves the Universe in the background of one of the newer Rick and Morty episodes.
Nice.
I'll have to check it out. I'll have to find the Let's Play of that somewhere.
Oh shit, there was 2 episodes tonight, right?
Of Rick and Morty? Oh,
yeah.
good. Because there wasn't.
No, I'm not sure. Wait, I think there was only like 4, and then the rest are come out in a few months. I'm not sure. I think that's what it was.
It's supposed to be
maybe there wasn't anyone.
It's supposed to be 5 episodes, and then 5 more episodes after the after Christmas, like sometime in January.
Okay. Right on.
Sorry, I should have muted myself.
Yeah, the new season. Nope. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, go for it. I'm done.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say the new season it's decent, dude. I don't know. Like it seemed to be getting. Last season I wasn't a big fan of, but this one I don't know. It seems all right.
Well, season 3 had a really epic beginning. The whole
Oh yeah.
the Council of Ricks and the that Bug Empire or whatever. Like fuck, that was such one hell of an opening.
Yeah. Yeah, that was badass.
This time
But
around,
then,
this time around it's kind of meh,
mm,
which I guess is
yeah,
fine.
like my second episode, I was like, all right, going into all these different types of Ricks or whatever. And I'm like, I don't know, it just got old for me. It was okay. And then the last couple were decent. I like it more than most of the season, but that's not saying.
I mean, I don't appreciate Rick and Morty for the fucking, or at least season 3 with the whole Szechuan sauce nonsense.
Thank you,
Hell
good sir.
yeah.
I would like
It
Szechuan
spiraled
sauce,
out of control.
please. Big ol' Rick! Ah!
Granted, I am a little bit salty because we here in Canada didn't get the Szechuan sauce. It was exclusively American.
Oh, you poor man.
I like how he got a big bottle of it and everyone tried it and was like, yeah, this is okay. why were you this obsessed with this shit? Because it was Royland who was, obsessed with fucking getting the Szechuan sauce.
It's a joke that somehow the world took too far, and then like the whole
Yeah.
like you're not smart enough to understand. Like fucking Christ.
Oh yeah, no, that's the fucking Rick and Morty fans saying, "Oh, if you don't get it, you're just not smart enough."
You
Like,
need a
dude,
high
the
IQ to
show's
appreciate.
not that fucking complicated, dude. Gotta have an high IQ. Nah, you don't.
Like, not really.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not smart enough to appreciate the show. I don't know. Something like that.
Dude, I loved the first season, dude. Holy shit. Second season. But yeah. I don't know. I feel like if Dan Harmon has less influence, Royland has more influence, it's going to be a better show.
Well, I mean, there were some people saying that part of the reason why season 3 was kind of a clusterfuck because it wasn't as great as the other two seasons is because they changed out the writers' room and brought in more writers who happen to be all women.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, Harmon's a fucking hardcore lefty.
Yeah.
I don't know that Royland is. I thought.
No, Royland is pretty much like he just does it because it's fun.
Well, that's the whole point. Like, that's what they should be doing. Just fucking make it funny.
Mm-hmm.
Make it something people want to watch. Yeah.
I'll make it political. Leave the politics out. Although, I don't know. You can sort of tell there was some politics in the third season, like when the father there got a girlfriend, and you remember that when he got divorced and he got this hot alien girlfriend.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Having sex with her gives me telepathic powers. Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Well, and when the father legitimately needed help, the kids just sort of lectured him or something like, "What the fuck is wrong with you kids? Your father's
it's like, no, now help me out. All right, first I want you to admit that misogynist asshole or whatever, all this shit. And they're like, okay, yes, okay, now help me. And he's like, we just did, and they just get out of the car.
It's like, I fucking disown you kids. You're leaving your father to die. Fuck you.
Damn. Apparently
But I mean, that character, his character is so super fucking lame. You know, like deliberately just a fucking pathetic person. It kind of works. But yeah, that is fucked up to do.
Was that Stabby?
Well, I just said, damn, that show's far more fucked up than I would have thought. It sounds like get some dark plots going on, man.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking dark, man.
Yeah, it's got a feel of it. Like, I was really upset when the parents. Spoiler alert to anyone who hasn't seen the show yet, but you probably have. But I was really upset when the parents got back together.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It didn't work. It didn't fit. It was totally out of place.
Yeah, it was a lot more interesting when they were, separated.
I think it would have been better if they were separate. and I would have loved it um, if the father at least tried to, better himself, go out, get a job, maybe start working out. I don't know, give me something to make him think that he's trying to improve his life.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was one of those sign twirler guys. Fucking fun.
Yeah, like just something, anything. But no, we never got that. It was just, yeah, didn't feel right. Same thing with that whole like what's it, whatever the mother and her like imaginary world. Get the name of that.
Oh, Fruity Land, yeah.
Groupie Land, thank you. Yeah, as fucked up as that was, and there was parts of it I liked. Something about that just didn't make a lick of sense because apparently she has this thing where she wants to kill people.
Yeah, she had a sentient switchblade. Her dad's a genius, can essentially make anything. He's a super genius. And yeah, one of the things she asked for as a kid was a sentient switchblade that could float around and fucking kill people.
Damn.
Yeah. Like, it's funny, the one funny thing, and I don't know if he names off all this fucked up shit, like a lie-detecting teddy bear, the sentient switchblade, and all this fucked up shit. And then one of them is just rainbow-colored, like, just kind of thrown in there for no fucking reason, dude. I fucking...
Yeah,
maybe that's...
that was not a particularly good episode. And then people were like, "Well, okay, is she or is she not a clone?" Because Rick gave her that option. It's like,
yeah. Nah. Well, I like the way they did it, like how they set her off. But I still wish they hadn't gotten back together.
oh fuck,
Because the way they did it, like, okay, no, you're definitely. And then she's like, oh, okay, phew. And then he plants it in her head by saying, all right, you're not just saying that you agree that because you're afraid I'm going to kill you, right? And him saying that is essentially what set her off. Like, I thought that was pretty clever. But yeah, it should have ended different. Stabby's lost.
Oh yeah, I've never watched Rick and Morty, so I don't know a lot of this.
Yeah, I think I tried to make you watch it season.
I think I watched one episode, and it was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think I sent you the Meeseeks. Still my.
Oh, the Meeseeks episode. God, everyone fucking loves the Meeseeks episode.
You don't like that one?
I love it. I liked it. I loved hearing about how they came about with the Meeseeks episode. It's because I think Justin Roiland was just super frustrated because they were in the writers' room. They couldn't figure out what to do with the story, and he was tired and just went, Mr. Meeseeks, look at me, before just collapsing into a couch. But we got our episode.
God damn. Have you ever watched any of his other shit? Like his early shit? Like, he had the Cosby's thing.
Yes, I actually have seen the Cosby's.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. The other ones are... Yeah, there's a lot of other ones, too. Like, if you look up Roiland TV, there's a lot of good shit he's done, dude. It's all fucking sick and twisted, like, because he's just sick and twisted, but...
Oh, but that's entertaining.
Pretty fucking good shit. Yeah. That's why I prefer Roiland to Dan Harmon. Because he's just got a super fucking twisted mind, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a weird dude. Yeah. Dude, apparently he would sit, like, they worked in this office that had windows that were essentially like floor-to-ceiling windows. So you could easily see in and out of them, right? Like, they were tinted, but you could easily see in and out. And, like, apparently for, like, fucking long periods of time, he would sit there up there in this top office right at the window with binoculars and just watch people, like, walking around.
Oh, weird.
Like, outside on the street. Yeah. He had no idea that would look weird. Like, that's how fucking weird that dude is.
He just thought, like, oh, nobody's gonna mind.
Yeah, I don't know if he just thought nobody could see him, or it just didn't even occur to him whether they could see him. Like, he just didn't think it was odd to just be staring at people through binoculars out of an office building.
Usually a bad choice.
Yeah. But like I said, that same mind comes up with some brilliant shit. Oh, the Unmarketables. Have you ever seen the
Unmarketables? Maybe.
Yeah, that's one that Roiland did that's really fucking fun. It's fucking. Yeah, I'll see if I can send it to you, man. It's fucking good.
Okay. Oh, speaking of sick, Doc Griffin actually just messaged me. I need to see what he's looking for.
Yay, Doc Griffin. He's probably doing
Doc's
his
a really good
stream.
dude. I feel like an asshole for like complaining earlier.
Oh no, I just sometimes everybody makes mistakes, man. He pulled the wrong person onto a stream once, and
yeah, and he did it. He definitely admitted it, dude. And he was apologizing, upping to gun like crazy, dude.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the hell out of her fucking laying down the law of like, no, I fucking did this because this isn't what our show is about. It's like, damn. It's like hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Because he kind of hints like that. He kind of used to be what he did. Is that true?
What?
Like the whole, not quite blood sports, but that kind of drama.
I don't know. I don't remember. Like I don't remember that, but like I don't know.
I think he used to do radio interviews.
Okay, no, but he never did any of the.
No, I don't think he did. I think he covered some of the drama stuff that was going on because it.
But he didn't actually engage in the.
I don't believe so. I mean, he may have. Okay. I don't know.
No, he kind of alludes to something along those lines, but I've never gotten a specific read on what exactly what he did. So that makes sense. Just kind of cover.
Yeah, like a drama alert or something. Like, let's get into the news.
No, that fucking guy. Shit. Fucking Keemstar.
Like part of me wants to get mad, but I'm like, I can't get this guy. He's just doing his thing to survive in the YouTube game.
YouTube.
Yeah, I guess he's a fucking scumbag though.
Although I do kind of just laugh at his because he has a back and forth with Ricky Burwick all the time. I found that to be kind of hilarious.
Yeah, like actually going at it, or like in.
Oh yeah, like they're actual like internet buddies.
Okay.
They'll have like you check the Twitter feed. They have a back and forth all the time. Like Ricky will respond to Keem, and they'll have like these fake feuds.
Gotcha.
I
like Ricky, that creepy little fucker. I love it. I like him.
Yeah. Well, him and Keem are friends, so.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. No, I'm just kidding. That's a weird one though, because Ricky's, like I said, he's pretty good. He's pretty funny. As long as you understand that he's being deliberately creepy, he's not just naturally creepy. He's not bad.
He's doing it for fun. I remember when he was doing Crippled News. He was going around talking to protesters.
Oh, yeah. Oh God. Wait, does he live? Is he in Canada?
Yes, he's in Canada.
He is, right? Okay, thought so.
I also found it kind of funny. There's a company out there who's making these little figurines of popular YouTubers, and so Ricky actually has his own little figure. He
bitched about it until they did it, right?
Yeah.
He's like, "Where's my fucking character?"
I wanted to go on there. I wanted to go on there, but I hate paying that fucking shipping from the States. But they have a Ugandan Knuckles. I'm like,
oh, nice.
I will fucking.
Have a little pull string. Shooby-doo-way. You're doing that
no, it's just a figure. But man,
no, I'm saying it'd be awesome if they did. You would fucking draw a pull string.
I think part of the fun is to actually just go around, annoy people. Do you know the way?
Like VR chat, but in real life.
I did an Inktober drawing of that one year, and I posted it onto my Facebook, and people said that's a racist meme. This makes me unhappy. I'm like, oh.
I'm guessing everything makes you unhappy. People, shut up.
I know, and I'm like, I can't even tell you're being stupid either.
Well.
No, gotta fucking respect everybody's opinion.
I don't want to, though.
Yeah, you don't really have to. But...
I want to say it right to their faces, but I'm like, oh, that's a career ender right there.
Oh yeah, don't fuck with your fucking income. That's the fucked up thing is you can't even express your opinion these days without having to worry about whether you get fired.
Yeah, because
Christ.
of the whole because of the whole puritanical outrage mob. I
The
mean,
thing
and
is,
that's
like,
why.
how do you not recognize how bizarre it is that people are not allowed to be in certain political parties, or they're just evil? Like, how does that? How does nobody like sit there and go like that? Doesn't fucking make any
Well,
sense.
and if you ask them, I mean, they think they're just being, kind and polite because they're trying to stand up for minorities and everything. Well, that's not what you're doing. You're just being a bully.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And they
yeah.
only
Don't
and they
like. You should never be outraged on, especially if they're not really outraged. That's the fucking worst.
yeah. Well, and I don't think they're actually outraged about this kind of stuff. They're doing it because it's popular, and
Yeah,
unfortunately, they have a lot of power to do so. So
yeah. It's a attention seeking and
Oh
makes them
yeah.
feel important. Yeah,
Gotta get that fucking attention. That 15 minutes of fame, no matter what. That's why so many of them make the fake the
yeah.
hate
And I think
crimes.
it's a power. I think power
Yeah.
if they can affect change like that.
Oh, well, that's why the like 99.9% of the hate crimes they report on are all faked by the people that claim to be the victim.
Is he cutting out for you too, or is it just me?
yes, yes,
Oh, I'm
yeah.
super far away from
Okay.
my microphone. Sorry.
Okay.
I slowly melted further and further back in my chair, and then I realized when you said that. I was just gonna say, like, it's super about
Don't get.
everybody's gonna get their 15 minutes of fame no matter what. That's why they fake all those hate crimes.
All right.
Somebody drew a swastika on the wall in my school's bathroom with poop. I had to go
Yeah.
to
The
therapy
poop.
for months.
They made it out of
Yeah.
poop.
It's like, seriously, man? Fucking, who cares?
Yeah.
Poop
That
swap.
one, that is so counterproductive though, because they should realize one, you're going to be found out. Literally every, you know what I mean? Like everyone gets arrested. It seems like, and fucking with your cause by doing that shit.
Yeah.
Because now, again, I don't know about you guys, but literally any fucking hate crime that I hear about, I'm literally like, oh yeah, it's a hoax. Watch, it's gonna end up being, and it almost
Well,
always
and
is.
sometimes, like, they slash their own tires or they fucking break their own house windows and shit. And you're always,
Yeah.
like, snickering a little bit inside, like, you had to buy new tires, bitch.
Yeah, Laura Loomer. Yeah, at least that one was faking her fucking slashing. Fucking that
That's
bitch
just
is
weird.
legit fucking crazy. Fucking Laura Loomer.
Laura Loomer
There was
for
that
Congress?
one. There was that one chick. I think people started calling her Smuggly Pup because she. I remember they were like protesters being violent. And the police were asking questions, and she was like, "I didn't see nothing, officer. Nothing
Oh
happened
yeah.
here."
Oh, she did jail time, didn't she?
I hope so. I don't know if she actually did. I
She
remember.
definitely went to court. I don't know if she actually did
Yeah,
jail
I
time.
never
She
heard the
definitely got
results
taken.
of it, yeah.
Well,
She
it
was
turns out
so
like
proud.
this isn't the first time she's done stuff like that before. I mean, she's done other kind of like fake things and everything like like involving schools. Like you're a professional liar, aren't you?
Yeah. Didn't she like take somebody's phone and like smash it or something?
I think
I
it was
think that's
something
one
like
of the
that.
things she got in trouble for.
Oh,
Like
that's like
somebody was filming her.
the guy that kicked the chick. Where there's cell phone footage of him just like fucking straight kicking the phone out of her hand.
Yeah. He's like,
Well,
oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
think
like
he
that
tried
dude
to
did a
kick
bunch
it
of
out.
stuff like prior to that where he'd attacked other people basically. Once they finally
I
found
believe
out
in
who
the
it was.
protection of all women, unless they just.
Yeah, he did. He actually went to jail because he'd been like, he had an outstanding warrant for crimes prior to that.
Wow.
And that just exacerbated his issues. So they were like, "Now we really want to find you." So at least that was some justice. That's funny because there was a lot of puffs, wasn't there? There was like the Smugly Puff, the Jigglypuff, or the Trigglypuff, or something like that.
Trigglypuff.
Trigglypuff, yeah. That was fucking
Keep your
brilliant.
hate speech off our campus. Oh my god.
That shit was hilarious.
Dude, the best part about that was how quickly she went from shit and being all animated to just shutting down and stopping. It was fucking creepy and funny.
She was almost gonna pass out. Just
yeah, blood sugar was probably
too much exercise for one day.
right. She said that shit 3 times in a row, man. It's way too much to handle.
No, not 3 times in a row. Now Swiper can't swipe it.
Yeah.
Isn't that how that works? Like, if you tell somebody not to do something 3 times, just like in Dora the Explorer, they have to stop.
That is exactly how it works, yes.
Epstein, no raping. Epstein, no raping. Epstein, no raping.
Well, he's definitely not going to be raping. Must have worked.
And then Epstein's over there. Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that was a fun part of the Dora the Explorer live-action movie. Everybody's reaction to the animated fox that could talk. When they saw it, they're all just like bug-eyed and what the fuck was that? How does that even exist?
This is worse than the original Sonic.
Oh. It was pretty funny because everybody was like, what is that thing and how is that? That's not real, right? Like, I'm high, right?
This is some weird fever dream I'm having.
Well, because it's a talking animated fox in a movie where, like, it's live action.
It is bizarre. Although, wasn't Boots animated too, the monkey?
Yes, and they were strangely more okay with Boots because Boots at least didn't talk. Whereas, like, Swiper actually, says, "Oh, man."
It's fucking nuts. I haven't seen that, dude. I kind of want to see it.
Definitely go see that movie if you get a chance. Or, like, if it's on Netflix or something. I mean, I wouldn't buy the DVD. That's for sure. Don't go that far.
Yeah, if I find it. If I come across it, I'll check it out.
Yeah, but if it's on, like, whatever streaming service you use, definitely watch it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
The other thing I love watching is the really cheap fucking holiday movies on Netflix. The ones where, like, obviously they had, like, a couple of grand. And they just shot, like, a typical romantic comedy for the holidays.
Yeah. Dude, all the ones from Hallmark, the Hallmark channel, on on cable
not those
or whatever.
ones, thankfully. No.
Dude. Although those are weird because they use almost all the same actors in those fucking movies. And it's just different, like, it's a very similar scenario. The same fucking actors playing essentially the same roles. So you think you've seen it before, but it's just a different skin on the same thing you've already seen.
Well, and those are the kind of movies that take the shortcuts. Where it's like, these 2 characters have a fight, and then they're back together in the next scene, but there's never an explanation as to why.
Yeah.
There wasn't ever any resolution to the conflict, but now it's just over because you know that that's supposed to happen at this point in the movie.
Yeah. Or it's incredibly flimsy. Like,
I swear to God, that's just a channel designed for women. It's like there's no resolution. There's no nothing. I've seen that kind of stuff. Like, my mom fucking loves that stuff, and any other woman I fucking love that channel. It's just the worst. The worst.
Oh yeah, what was it I watched?
My mom, since after Thanksgiving, has done Christmas movies all fucking day. She just
okay. I don't watch them that often. I watch them like once in a while, like 1 or 2 a week, like, man.
Yeah. No, I just sit there and talk shit about him the whole time, dude.
There's that new Christmas movie that came out on Netflix, Claus. Like, I will fucking, like, shill that movie everywhere I go. It's a great movie.
Claus.
Everyone should watch it.
On
Klaus.
Netflix?
It's called Klaus or whatever.
I kind of want to say I've seen it. With the K?
I mean, there was trailers for it for years, but I mean, it just recently came out. But Klaus is that Christmas movie.
post office
And
now.
part of the reason why
yeah,
I'm,
with the postman.
letters,
Yeah,
step
that's a
right
fucking
in.
great one, dude.
I love it. Well, it's a return to 2D animation because
Yeah.
their motto is let's see what animation would have been like if 3D was never invented. So I'm like, well, it shows because I had a hard time figuring out if this was 3D or not.
Thank you.
But it's not. It's 100% 2D.
Hey, loser! What gives? I sent my letter.
So, I thought
Another
that was-
one on Netflix that's worth watching: Green Eggs and Ham, the series.
Was that out already? I haven't.
Yep.
I didn't see it yet.
It's out, and it's a great fucking, great fucking movie. Not movie, but series.
You know what's weird though? Like Netflix has decided to cancel virtually all of their animation. Like any animated project that's in production right now has been canceled, and yet you have all these fantastic shows come out right now. It's like, God, this is so good. Now some shows, like there was a show called Tuca and Birdie, which apparently has a large fan base. I've never seen it. It looks stupid to me.
Yeah.
But other things like BoJack Horseman, which apparently has a large fan following.
Yeah, I watched that. That one's okay.
I was
don't
told to like practically skip the first 3 episodes and just get to the good stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, that's like
apparently
the best practice for every anime almost
Loyal
ever.
readers, we all know the old saying: first comes love, then comes
Well,
marriage.
now they're all going to be investing into anime because anime is like hugely popular, and gee, I wonder why. And the irony of it is like it's virtually all exclusively 2D animation. Like, why are the Japanese picking up the slack for? Like, I remember when Disney used to make just some of the best animated quality. Like, you wanted to see like the best in animation, you go to Disney. You don't get that anymore because it's all CG.
Well, because Disney fucking got caught out with the other studios fucking the animators over. So now they just went to CG because it's cheaper.
Exactly. No. So I'm no more pioneers of the industry. And they still make lots of money.
Yeah, they're not hurting for cash.
Well,
Other than on Star Wars.
Well, I think they're hurting for cash in a couple different ways. I think their Marvel division's going to start losing.
Yeah.
They paid for the Star Wars franchise. It was $1 billion, wasn't it? Like $4 or $5 billion dollars.
$5 or $6 billion.
They'll probably make it back though. Even as bad as it is, they're probably making that money back.
Well, they made about $1 billion.
Toys and fucking, I'm sure they're making their money on that.
Well, okay.
I don't know if they have the rights to the toys, dude. I don't know if
they do. But the thing is, like, they made about $1 billion on the first movie, and they certainly didn't make that money back. Well, I mean, like they made their money back on Skywalker, or no, wait, the Last Jedi. Thank you.
Might as well have been called Skywalker.
Might as well. I mean, they like there was a slope of downward spiral, if you will, in their merchandising sales and their ticket sales and in their DVD sales, and people are just not liking it. It's gotten so bad that just stuff is not selling. I mean, Hasbro,
dude, I wouldn't even pirate those movies.
So, like for example, like Hasbro would make like all the Star Wars toys. Well, they're taking a substantial backseat to this new movie. They used to make like all of them. Now they have a very limited. It used to be you can get like toys for just about anything and everything in the Star Wars world, but not this time. Not for this movie. You're only getting the core cast.
Oh, interesting.
Dude, did you hear about the whole thing with the Baby Yoda?
Well, I was just about to say.
Oh, no, go ahead, dude.
Well, because Baby Yoda, because The Mandalorian, people are legitimately excited. Like, I have almost a complete collection of Star Wars toys right now, but my motto is I only buy them from the dollar store. Once you get to the dollar store, then I'll buy it. Because I ain't spending full price on any of those things. But Baby Yoda, like The Mandalorian, I fucking love this show. I will go out there and buy a toy when it's available. Because apparently they're sold out everywhere.
Well, no, they didn't really have anything. Apparently, whoever didn't want it to be like released ahead of time or whatever, which I kind of understand, but they didn't even have it ready to. You know what I mean? Like I said, I can understand holding back on releasing it until the show came out, but to not have anything ready, waiting in the wings until when it did come out, is fucking ridiculous.
Well, the Mandalorian actually, like with the Mandalorian, it's just a repaint of Boba Fett. Take out the antenna and the jetpack, and you have the Mandalorian. And there are people out there who do have toys. They get them from the online shop, same place where you can get like the that walker from one of the episodes from the. Like you can get toys; they are out there, but the Baby Yoda.
Yeah, you mean like on like Etsy.
Yeah, well, sometimes, but the funny thing is we found out that the person making the Baby Yoda toys, the plushies, and trying to get ready for Christmas, it's done by Mattel. All their toys prior to that was done by Hasbro. Hasbro isn't touching Star Wars. They've done what they're contractually obligated to do and no more. Because they've lost so much money, and Toys R Us went in hard on Star Wars. Toys R Us went bankrupt because of Star Wars.
Yeah.
This is not a good thing, and even at that, I mean, you look at their theme park, Edge of the Universe or whatever, or Galaxy's Edge, lost tons of money. No one's going there. They have record low attendance.
Yeah. Yes, Disney has totally fucked that up, man. It's pretty. It's pretty amazing, dude. In a horrible way, obviously, but like to take something that beloved and just shit all over it and fuck it up that bad. Like, I don't know if you could do it better if you try. You're trying to sabotage. You know what I'm saying?
Sabotage yourself.
Yeah. Like, I don't think they could have done a better job of fucking it up if they were, again, trying to do that on purpose. I don't think they were. I'm not, but that's how bad they did.
Part of the problem with Disney is that it's always been, and some people might disagree, but it's a little hard to disagree with. Disney has always been a girls' brand. Because if you look at all the Disney movies, the main character has always been women. It's always been like the Disney princess. It's always been something, and they've always cornered the girl market, and they've wanted to get into the boys market for some time now. And the only way they were able to get that is they bought Star Wars and they bought Marvel, and it worked for Marvel. People are buying it, but the people who manage at Disney, they only know how to work with girls' properties, and so they're trying to figure out how to sell it to girls because that's their basis. That's what's familiar to them. So it makes a lot of sense that they're going to try and tailor to that demographic.
But that's not the fan.
Exactly, and that's why it's the problem. So these Disney people come in there and they only think of girls and this kind of stuff for girls. They have no idea what they're doing, and that's why
and they've routinely basically come out and said the fan base, which is fucking insane to me, dude. Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, I don't know, dude. If Kathleen Kennedy was a dude, she would have gotten fired a long time.
Well, there's two reasons why she wouldn't have gotten fired. Because one, she was recommended by George Lucas, and that's because George thought, because she's been in the movie industry for a long time, which is the second reason. She's worked on everything from Indiana Jones to E.T. to Back to the Future. She's been a producer for anything and everything throughout the histories. So
I don't know, man. I don't know if you fuck something up this bad, regardless of what your past resume is. I think if a dude was doing that, he'd still get fired.
I think her job is a producer, and the jobs of producers are usually like you hear what the director wants and what they're going for. You write it all down, and then you budget out how much that's going to cost. That's part of the job of the producers, to work on the finances, and to make sure that the director has everything they need, and also plan ahead.
And also find out how to do it the cheapest way possible.
That too. You got to figure out that thing.
The most cost-effective way possible.
And then tell your director, look, that's a great idea. That's a beautiful thing. That's a great thing. We can't financially do it. We got to find another way around this. And that's part of the job of the producer.
Yep. So, or we have to do that CG if you want it in the movie. We can't afford to do that with real effects kind of thing.
Exactly. But to take someone who's a producer, supposed to help with managing money and that kind of stuff, and say you're going to be in charge of this big, huge franchise, which is a big mistake, because you're not supposed to. You shouldn't do that. You should stay with what you're strong with, and go and be promoted or whatever. If there's signs that you could actually do the job. I don't know. It's sort of like why I'm scared for Marvel is because Kevin Feige, yeah, he's done a great job, but he's a producer as well. But now he's been put in charge of the entirety of everything Marvel, TV, and all the other kind of stuff. He's been given a lot more power. I'm a bit scared about that because he has been going in hard on Captain Marvel, saying this is going to be great. Even though the fans hate it, it's like, well, we're still gonna go ahead with the multiple sequel.
Oh no, they're gonna make more of that.
Yeah,
Dude.
well,
There's all kinds of petitions out there to have Brie Larson. Wait, which one is it? Brie Larson or Brie
Larson?
One of the. Yeah, Brie Larson. To get that bitch replaced.
Yeah, the Olsens are the Olsen twins from Family, or not Family Guy. Fucking Step by Step.
No, that's Mary Kate.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Olsen would be like Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen twins.
Oh yeah, no, I know. There's Brie Olsen is like a star.
Oh, I didn't know there was anybody named Brie Olsen who's a famous person.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, Brie Larson, she's got one hell of a receding hairline. It is very.
Have you guys seen the interviews they did? Like for the Avengers Endgame, when it's like her hems on Cheetah.
Oh man, that was so crazy.
It's so uncomfortable, dude.
Thank you very much for reminding me about that nonsense.
Brie Olsen is a porn star.
Brie. Ugh.
Yeah, Brie Olsen is a porn star.
Why did you ever name your kid?
Not a
Brie?
film star.
It's a terrible name.
I said porn.
Oh, you said porn. Okay, because she was the one that was fucking good old Tiger Blood. Yeah, Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen her in movies.
And Jim Norton.
I can see why they want to bang her though. She's pretty fucking hot.
I can't see why she wanted to bang Jim Norton.
Well, I can't either, but whatever, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was money involved.
Yeah.
He's never been shy about paying for sex.
Yeah, this is true. All right, well, real quick, before I forget again. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, shut up. Sorry, guys. I have a question. This whole reintroducing Palpatine thing.
Wait, that's really going to happen?
Going to do it? Yeah. Yes, dude, they're reintroducing Palpatine.
In the new series of movies.
In the new movie.
Yes, unfortunately.
Right. Okay. So basically, my theory is they're going to do some weird bullshit, like saying that whole lightning explosion when thing at Return of the Jedi, like he somehow warped himself through time and space or something. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Dude.
What do you guys think they're going to have to, like, what is the story going to be behind how the fuck
I think they're going to have Brie Larson, because she's their sort of feminist poster child, come in and put paint eggs up her pussy and fucking inject them out onto a canvas instead of the normal intro, and then it's just going to go downhill from there. No, I don't know.
You know what?
I can't. Why they bring fucking Palpatine back?
Yeah, it's nuts, dude. You know what would be really great, and by great I mean off, is that they never even fucking address it. He's just back, and there's no explanation for why he's back.
That would actually be way better.
Yeah,
I think that would actually work, because people would be like, "Well, I mean, they didn't say anything."
Yeah, that does kind of sound like something they do. Like, oh, don't even tell him why he's back. We'll tell him that we're gonna reveal it later when we figure it out.
See, I had an idea for the Star Wars sequel, and obviously they didn't go this way. But for all I know, they did, because there's like what 7 different endings to this movie, because they've had to go through so many fucking reshoots.
Right.
But the one version I had, because I think the only explanation for Rey as to why she's so good at what she does is that she's some sort of a super clone and one of a small army of super clones that they had prepared. She's just the one that got away for some odd reason, and that's why she was left on this planet or whatever. And Luke Skywalker, as a Force ghost, comes over and possesses one of the clones to help guide her on this last adventure. So then Luke Skywalker is technically trans because he's inhabiting the body of a woman. I thought,
That does sound like something they would do.
And then they would go on this great grand adventure towards the end there, and then Luke Skywalker would meet up with Kylo, and it'd be a very awkward reunion where Kylo is both surprised to see Luke Skywalker and slightly aroused to see him at the same time. It's like, it's a very confused boner.
What if Rey was the sort of self and child of that one planet that was like a being in the Force? Like, isn't there in Star Wars lore like a planet that basically is like self-aware?
Well, you can't use that.
I'm not that deep into the lore. I've never heard that. But.
Well, it doesn't matter. The lore is no longer. But
canon. I'm just saying, why not use that? Like, throw that out there, and they don't have to use the lore, but they can always throw in things in whatever way they want.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is, why not
true. They could always just reintroduce it, and now it is.
Why not make Rey basically, because she's so fucking Mary Jane at this point. The only way I can think to save it is she's like the self-aware planet basically took and made a person.
Yeah, like personified themselves.
That was both the planet and its own like new being at the same time, so that it could basically kind of like watch from the background and see what it was like to be like an actual person in the world, in like the universe, and just caused her to like appear on that planet.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
Like, I think that would be kind of cool because they could get really deep into some weird shit for the Force. And explain why she's so fucking Mary Jane, like, powerful. Like, she's the result of an entire planet just deciding to create itself as a human. You know?
Mary Sue.
Mary Sue? Is that
Mary Sue, you silly animal. Yeah, Mary Sue is one where a woman...
Yeah, she's just, like, perfect.
Yeah. Yeah,
she's super Mary Sue. And I think that might work. That might actually... And then, like, stop making her Mary Sue after that. Make her, like, fucking... You know, crisis of identity kind of thing, and suddenly realize, oh wait, I can't just, this is.
Yeah. The only thing I was thinking is, why she's so powerful is like she somehow has like repressed memory. Like she actually had gone through all the training, but then her memory kind of got not wiped. But
that works. Suppressed. That actually works. She was a Jedi and somehow it got repressed.
Yeah, something happened where, again, the memory's there, subconscious. So they're kind of bleeding out as the shit happens.
Yeah, muscle memory would still work. It's not, you don't need conscious memory of how you learned the muscle memory. You just need the muscle memory. Once it's in, it's in.
Yeah.
That's like when if you go through like enough, like fucking insomnia, like eventually you'll have things where you'll like blink out of existence for a minute and then blink back into existence and you're not home anymore, you're at work.
Yeah, not time dilation. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, your muscle memory drives the car for you, essentially. Because I've had that happen a couple times. That's not fun.
Wow.
Like, literally, there's been a couple times where I, like, start the fucking car at my house and then the next thing I remember, I'm turning the car off at work.
Are you fucking serious?
And you sit there and you're like, you have a little panic attack for a few minutes because you're like, why am I not dead?
All right, now before it happened, did you Sky?
No, it's just fine. It was at like 7 days of insomnia. Like it's at the end of like the 7th or 8th day of no sleep.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Nope.
I prefer to think that you were abducted by aliens, but whatever.
Or like I've had that
you
where you wake
insist.
up at the grocery store and you're like, that was not where I went to sleep.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yep. But it does feel like you spent less time when you're finishing your shopping at the grocery store because you're there. You might as well.
Wow, man, I can't imagine like sleepwalking through a fucking trip to the grocery store. That's fucking
In
crazy.
your car, no less. That's the best part.
Yeah, you're actually driving a vehicle. God damn, that's crazy.
I think the closest I can describe it with is if you ever get like to the point where you're fucking with your stereo or something for so long that you don't realize that you haven't been watching the road for like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, I definitely know that.
Yeah, and then suddenly you look up and you're like, oh, how have I not fucking died?
Right. How have I not rear-ended somebody or run somebody over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's a prolonged version of that.
Yeesh.
Yay.
All right.
So we come up on the 3-hour mark. Usually we call it a day. Or we could always talk more about furries and their fursuits and how gross that would be.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
I should
really quick, what if Palpatine implanted the memory?
Well, the big
Okay, never mind.
the big thing I could tell is like they're going to say like the Palpatine that died in the original Star Wars.
I don't understand why he would have stayed dead, pretending to be dead for that long. So I'm hoping it's the transfer through time thing.
That still doesn't answer the question of like okay, so who was this new guy that was in charge? This other guy with this big ugly scar, Snoke. Who the fuck is Snoke?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Yeah, they killed him off before they had to explain anything.
Yeah, go figure. Let's just kill him off. That solves all our problems. Like, god damn it, guys.
Yeah.
What if Rey's gay? I mean, we just assume that that's going to be the case. She's got all the classic signs of TV Dyke.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to let her deal with dating a man, an evil man.
Or she's going to go after that black dude.
Mm-hmm.
Ben? Nah.
I thought he was gonna hook up with the Asian.
Oh, is he hooking up with the Asian? I don't fucking remember.
No, I don't know. I think that's what people speculated or what happened.
She kissed him in the movie, so
yeah.
Well, yeah, Luke and Leia kissed though.
Are you saying the Asian has something to do with the black?
They maybe there's some Blasian children or some Blasian adults.
Some Blasian children. Okay, all right. That could be a thing. You got me there.
I don't know, dude. That whole thing is just
Star Wars is one hell of a mess right now.
Dead.
I don't know. I think what they need to do, and they're not gonna, but the smart thing would be to sell Star Wars back to George Lucas. And recover your losses.
He was
that
fucking
way.
it up before they got it, though. Like, he was paving the fucking path.
Yeah, that's true. He is responsible for the.
You know what they need to do? Stop making more Star Wars stuff. Like,
well, you have to
slow it down. You don't have to make one every year like they're doing now.
True.
Take your time and do it right.
When he was making the prequels, he was doing stuff that was never done before. Like George Lucas, like the prequels paved the way for all the modern day CG that we see today because people didn't act in front of green screens. It was like bizarre. Like, why would you do that? And so actors didn't have anything to act off of because they didn't realize, oh, we should probably put like a puppet in front of the actor so they know what to look at. They were literally when the actors
no, just pretend it's there.
Yeah, like when they were looking at Jar Jar Binks, they didn't even know what they had to pretend he was there.
Yeah, it looks like they're just staring off into the distance because they can't pretend.
It's hard, like a Jamaican guy, to show up and act like an ex-slave.
Can you believe that like Jar Jar could have been played by Michael Jackson? Did you guys not hear about that?
No.
No, that's pretty crazy.
Michael Jackson was supposed to play Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, that would have been
Interesting.
so fucking creepy.
Okay.
But there was like a
Just imagine
scheduling.
Jar Jar Binks as a Misa. Misa, understand, it'd be like, "Hello, kids. Would you like to come play a game with Jar Jar Binks?" That weird fucking high pitched girly voice that he had.
Oh man.
Well, the apparently from what I've heard, the actor who played Jar Jar was impersonating how Michael Jackson was doing the performance. So.
Oh, he was impressing. He was trying to do what Michael Jackson did.
Impersonating it. So like they had footage,
Oh,
like because Michael Jackson did his rehearsal, and they're gonna go with that. And so when they replaced him, it was like, oh, so try to sound like Michael in here. So this was essentially Michael's fault.
all right.
Oh no, I don't even know.
I don't know.
You know they could have brought in. I'm sorry, it's kind of on topic, but who they could have brought in. Are you guys familiar with Darth Pelagius from the Star Wars? I think from Extended Universe.
Dark Plagueis, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But that sounds cool.
I don't know. Maybe they could have brought him in. I think it would have made more sense than fucking Palpatine bringing him back. I don't know a huge amount about Pelagius. Pelagius or Pelagius?
Well, bringing
This movie's
Palpatine back basically fucks the whole series from here on because then nobody's dead. Because Palpatine died in such a climactic and very final way that if he's now suddenly alive again, everybody can be brought back, including like Obi-Wan and
Like that was one of the most famous villain deaths of all time.
yeah.
And you're gonna just bring it back, like they just
That's
don't
like
have,
Superman in the Kryptonian sleep, right?
Yeah, like no one has any respect for anything at this point. It's like this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's not going to go off very well for people. If we're lucky, Palpatine won't be in there. That'll probably be the smartest thing to do. But he's going to be in there because they don't know what to do. They don't. And it's too late
wait
now.
for
anyway.
Obi-Wan to show up and do like a fucking... Suddenly shows up and starts training Rey.
Yeah, bring Yoda back while you're at it. Fuck it.
Yoda and Obi-Wan come back and double team Rey. Give her an Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
No, this is how you learn to use the Force,
changed
bitch.
the fucking Darth Vader Force Ghost to a fucking Anakin Force Ghost.
Oh, yeah, that was fucking dumb. I think I've got digital copies of the movies before they were fucking altered.
Since the acquisition of Fox, because Fox still had the rights to the original Star Wars trilogy, and now the Disney has it. So they actually, I think they're about to come out with a new digital version or new mastered version of Star Wars.
Well, the problem is the original Star Wars, they changed a lot of bullshit when they released the original Star Wars the last time on DVDs and stuff. And so...
Well, there's some changes they're going to make that I actually am okay with. Like, for instance, because they're also doing a remaster prequels as well. But in some of the earlier Star Wars movies, they had Yoda, and sometimes he was a puppet, and sometimes he was a CG model. Well, due to filming and scheduling issues, they look nothing alike.
Yeah,
if you watch the old they look nothing alike.
If
So
they were going to
gonna
remaster it and add those scenes back in, they really should have made the time to actually get the puppet do it again.
Well, they're going to do the opposite. They're going to remove the puppet and do another CG model. So they're going to...
The puppet is what makes the fucking thing fun.
Yeah. Well, and that was... Okay, well, it's a bit weird because, like, Yoda appeared at the Last Jedi... No, that last Star Wars movie that came out there, the one that everyone hates. The End of the Jedi? I don't know. Fucking Christ. But they brought a puppet in of Yoda. Like a Force Ghost puppet of Yoda.
Yeah. Well, the Jedis are evil. They definitely need to end.
Yeah, it is fucking terrible. Just terrible.
Yeah, in my mind, the evil ones are the Jedis, but that's just my opinion.
Well, they're not like 100% like good. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, I was actually watching a video on that. Like the guy breaking down, you could view the Jedi's as the assholes. It's
Well, they've
definitely an
got the
interesting.
overly religious, like unrealistic expectations that don't tolerate other religions, like the dark side.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, yeah, that's just true.
and what does the dark side want to bring? Order and peace. Like that sounds awful, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And they're not
they're
even the
fairly.
ones saying you have to be dark side. They don't. It didn't seem like they even give a shit. It's just like, stop killing our fucking soldiers. You know?
Hmm. Well, I mean, there's some interesting dark side stories. If we'd ever see it out of the lore, but they don't acknowledge that.
Yeah.
The only thing they brought back from like the extended universe was in the Rebels TV show. They brought back Thawne. Was it Eobard Thawne? No, was it Eobard Thawne? The blue skinned guy.
hmm.
He was a general for the Empire.
Uh,
I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah.
he's a beloved Star Wars character.
yeah. I
You
don't
know
know.
what? I think it's pretty late. We should probably get going.
Yeah, I think it's time to kind of call it a day. I think if Star Wars wanted to continue on, they should just make a whole different set of storylines. Just focus on different characters altogether.
Oh, well, I guess we're giving our final thoughts. I mean, part of the reason why the Mandalorian is good as it is, because it was the people who are running it are Marvel people.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so the main writer guy was it Favreau or whatever, the guy who did the
Yeah.
first couple of Iron Man movies. Um, I mean that guy is the one who's doing the Mandalorian, or at least is in charge of it. And Kathleen and George Lucas apparently he was set and he really enjoyed how the Mandalorian was going. And of course, Kathleen Kennedy was there doing the job that she was originally meant to do, and she brought everyone their coffee. So, oh, the force is female my ass. All right, I'm good.
All right.
All right.
Bye bye.